All righty, what up, everybody? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, joined by producer Nick Roloff, good old Rolly, for today's show. The NFL Draft is, go to sleep Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, 3 sleeps until the NFL Draft. But we went live early on today's channel because the New York Giants, they did a thing. Joe Schoen made a move. The Giants have signed interior defensive lineman Schoen Robinson. We have talked about him time and time here on the channel because they brought him in for a visit. I think it was back in February, and we all thought a deal was going to come. And then some more rumors came out that they were far apart on a deal. And then we talked about it on another video where I said, I think they're going to revisit Schoen Robinson, a guy that they brought in for a visit, and then Deion Jones, who they brought in a couple of weeks ago for a visit. I thought they were going to revisit those guys after the NFL Draft because both those players have had a couple of injury concerns the past couple of years, and I thought they brought them in for a physical. They would go into the NFL Draft and see, can we find a defensive lineman we like? Can we find another inside linebacker we like? And I thought if they didn't get those guys, they would then revisit Schoen Robinson and they would revisit Deion Jones. But Joe Schoen said, Marsh, you don't know ball. The Giants have officially signed Schoen Robinson. Ian Rappaport broke the news a couple of minutes ago saying the Giants have agreed to terms with Rams free agent defensive tackle Schoen Robinson, continuing to beef up their defensive line right before the NFL Draft. He gets a 1-year deal worth up to $8 million of max value with the opportunity to find a home with the New York Football Giants. So let's focus in on this right here as my finger gets cut off. The $8 million max. No, he has not signed to a 1-year, $8 million deal. The official details have not come out yet as I continue to look at my Twitter and see if anything has come out. I expect this to be, if I had to make an educated guess, I would say 1 year, $5 million of guaranteed money, and then he has bonus opportunities and incentives that he could hit that could get him up to $8 million. So I'm expecting it to be a 1-year deal, about $5 million guaranteed, with the opportunity to get that up to $8 million if he reaches probably a games played bonus, a tackles bonus, and then probably one more bonus. Bill, is that official? Is that official, Bill, what you just put in the chat, or is that your best educated guess? Because I'm not seeing anything official. It is official. It is official. The Giants have signed free agent Schoen Robinson to a 1-year deal worth about $4 million with incentives that could push it to $8 million. Bill, you're on top of it. We appreciate you. And you came in with a $5 super chat. Bill's my source today on the news, and he's getting us started here I do want to let you guys know, we're in a super chat battle right now because our Cowboys report host, Tom Downey, is in the studio right behind me, and it's not just a battle to battle today. This is a battle for studio space. So unfortunately, the way the draft shook out this year, the Giants pick at 25 and the Cowboys pick at 26. And this morning, I had to come into work early after working yesterday's Knicks game. It was my boss, my other boss, me, and Tom Downey. And they sat us down and said, look, with you guys and your two teams picking back-to-back, it's going to be tough for both of y'all to get studio space for the NFL Draft. And they said, but, it was a big but. You know what I'm talking about. And they said, but, whoever wins the Super Chat battle on your live shows today will get more studio time during day 1 of the NFL Draft. So we're in a Super Chat battle with the Cowboys, not just for shits and gigs, but to win the day so we can be live more than they will be live for the NFL Draft. So if you want to be live more than the Cowboys are during day 1, I'm calling for your help today. As you see the Cowboys report in the chat today that says F Marshy.
Boo.
Boo. F Cowboys. F Tom. We got to win. Last time we did this, we blew them out of the water.
Smoked them.
We tripled up their stack. Today, I just want to win by $1. That way we can go live longer than the Dallas Cowboys report. I'm calling on the real ones. I need your help. Shout out to Bill, who got us started. What were you going to say, Rolly?
Today's not a style points day. Today's just however
win.
Means necessary. Get the job done.
Get the job done.
This is a business today.
And we actually went live a little bit earlier than they did because of this Schoen Robinson news. They'll be live at the top of the hour, so we could get out to an early lead, but they will come back. It's a game of runs. We got to bring our A game.
We just got to be ready to play some defense today.
Got to be ready. Got to be ready. Bill did said, let's freaking get it. Who else is pumped? Coming out of the gate strong today, Marsh. Yes, you did, Bill. Yes, you did. Shout out to Bill, a legend here on the channel. We'll break down the Schoen Robinson signing in full in a second. Then I got my own very 7-round mock draft. If it was a 7-day mock draft, we'd be here forever.
If they, instead of rounds, like they grouped them together, what if each round had its own day?
Literally 7-day draft.
Like Monday was the first round and Sunday was the 7th round.
I don't know if I'd like that. That'd be a lot of work for us. Shout out your city for me down in the comments section before we get rolling, talking about Schoen Robinson in this 7-round mock draft. We'll also close the show with the Q&A. Every super chat that relates. I want to keep the questions pretty much draft focused today. We could talk about some trades. I know you always like to ask, probably about DeAndre Hopkins and Stephon Diggs, and we'll talk about that. But shout out your city for me in the comments section, and I'll give you a shout out. Let's get the comments section rolling. As Scout is tuning in from Las Vegas, William Lano is in the chat. Big baller Will. What's up, Brody? He's in Tampa. Yuli's in New York. Tyler's in Albany. John is also in Las Vegas. Sinister Times is in Mansfield. Eric Cruz is in Philly. Neezy is in Newark, New Jersey. All good, says good pickup, Joe Shane. It is. I have a lot of words to say, and we'll talk about Schoen in a little bit. Corinne is in Long Island, on Long Island, as I should say. Denver, Colorado from No Name, No Face. Literally did not have a name or a face, but they're from Denver, Colorado. Mark says Jacksonville. Let's not forget how much of a home game the Jags was for us. It was. There were a lot of Big Blue fans there, Mark. A lot of them. Mamadou Canty, I am 100% sure I said your name wrong, so I apologize. But they're in Ashburn. RC Skits, is that RC? Is that RC? He's in York. Rajan, Newark, New Jersey. I'm going Rajan. Maybe I do like Rajon Rondo. Big Joe's in New Paltz. TNB is in AZ. Frank says this is the longest 6 minutes in history. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that, Frank. I don't know what you mean by that, my man. That kind of threw me off a little bit. Tommy for one Tom says H-Town, Texas Stafford, over here by yo hood, Big Marsh. Yes, sir. Shout out to Richmond, Texas, Sugar Land, Texas, home of the Double Cup Love. You know what I'm talking about. Double Cup Love. Shout out to Houston. I was actually there this past weekend from maybe 13 hours. I flew back to Dallas Saturday morning. Flew from Dallas to Houston Saturday morning, then flew back to Dallas Saturday night. It was my nephew's first birthday party. Had to be there to support the little man. Had to be there. We do have a super chat menu, as we are in a super chat battle with the Dallas Cowboys report. Every super chat is a shout out. We'll pop that up on screen. $10, we're doing fireball shots. $20, we'll spin the wheel. We got a whole bunch of fun stuff on the wheel today. $50, we're going back to the sale. Every $50 super chat today, you get a spot on the hard hat. We are dang near out of room. There's a couple of spots left. I'm telling you, when we're live for the NFL draft, spots are going to be going out like crazy. So this is your chance to cement yourself a spot on the hard hat. And every 150 we get, like once we get up to 150, or once we get up to 300, or 450, or 600, or 750, we will do a beer shot fun race. That is me and Rolly, or Rolly and I, if you want to be a grammar police, whatever you want to do. Every 150 today, we will do a beer shot fun race. As 4C Wavy, what up, Brody? He says, I just graduated from UVA. Dontavian Wicks is a super sleeper wide receiver. He had some of the best highlight catches in college football last year. Rolly, aren't you a big Wicks guy?
Yeah, Wicks was very talented when he was at Virginia. He was dominating. I don't think he played the full season, though. I believe he got banged up. I'd like to double check that on me, but he was very solid. I just remember watching Virginia play North Carolina this year, and they were down like their top 3 wide receivers, but it showed how important they were to that team, that when they weren't playing, they were really struggling without Wicks.
So he's 6'1", 210 pounds, was a senior this year for Virginia, played in just 8 games, had 30 catches, 430 yards, but what he did in 2021 for C is what put him on the map. In those 12 games he played in 2021, he had 57 grabs for 1,200 yards, 21.1 yards per catch, and 9 tutties. I haven't done much work on him, I'm going to be completely honest with you, but now after today's show, I'm going to go watch his highlights. If you average over 21 yards per catch on 57 grabs, you're a big play player. And the Giants, they need more big plays. They were one of the most explosive offenses in the National Football League this past year. So definitely a guy that I think the Giants could look at. And I'm going to look at him some more after today's show. 4C, we appreciate you, one, super chat, and we'll spin that wheel here in a second. But 2, lacing us up with this prospect. I'm interested now into Dontavian. Hope I'm saying that right. William says, Marsh, can I see my name on the hard hat? I'm curious. You got a couple. My man. Let me see where I put one of them. There's so freaking many. Kind of a cluster looking at all these. WL is what I'm looking for. I don't even know where it is. I'm going to get a headache looking at this. Sheesh. I don't even know. It's somewhere on here. Give me a second. I don't know where it is.
Just some excellent television for you right now.
Yeah, this is brutal. I'll find it here in a second, William.
You know what we'll do? While he's looking for it, I'll spin the wheel.
I don't even know where it is, to be honest.
For 4C
Give
Wave.
me a second.
He's still looking. We'll spin the wheel. See what the first wheel of the day is going to cook up for us. And I got to take a shot. All right? It's a shot for me. I got tequila today.
You're on the tequila?
I'm on some tequila. It's draft week. It's time to celebrate. Get on the tequila early. Come on.
Honestly, dude, I can't see it. I just see initial screaming at me. What I'm going to do next year
is...
is...
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, dude, there's so many, and I can't even see it. And I know I put it on here. I literally put it on air that day. What I'm going to do next year, though, is... Yeah, honestly, it's just ridiculous. What I regret not doing is writing everyone's full name on there. Because...
Would you be able to fit it, though?
Yeah, it would be small... But I feel like the initials sometimes, like, there's multiple people with the same initials.
That's fair.
But I'm going to find something better next year to start the season and do it. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find a way. As Neezy with a $5 super chat. What up, Neezy? He says, Saquon Barkley trade draft night seeming more and more likely as the draft gets closer. How are we feeling on that? One thing I will say is when Joe Schoen had his media availability this past week and he was talking about Saquon Barkley, he kind of sounded like he didn't say it, but like, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets traded. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets traded. Just the way he spoke about him. Maybe that's just some negotiating tactics. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I would be shocked, but I also would not be shocked because it's just the cost of doing business. But I do believe Saquon Barkley will play for the New York Giants in 2023. I do believe that. I honestly am pretty confident in that. I'm pretty confident. Joe Schoen, like Corinne says in the chat, did sound a little bit fed up, but I do believe he will be a New York Giant this year. After this year, though, I can't give you any strong guesses because matters how he's going to play. If you want the show to start, go ahead, like this video. We got 250 people watching right now and only 66 likes. Those are rookie numbers. hit that thumbs up icon. We will not start the show until we get to 100 likes on today's stream. And once we get to 100 likes, I'm going to take a shot of Fireball. I'm taking a shot of Fireball. So hit that thumbs up icon. If you want the show to start, we're going to break down the Schoen Robinson signing. We're going to do a 7-round mock draft. I've made 10 selections for the New York Giants. No trades. I didn't want to do any trades in this one. I just want to do straight up making picks. I had Roley, my assistant GM, in my office while we were doing this mock draft. I didn't pick some of the players he liked because I'm the head honcho and I'm the
all I'm
GM.
going to say is the assistant GM position does not get a lot of.
Round 3 is your guy.
Yes. Okay. So I did.
That's a top 100 pick.
I did influence round 3, but I was really hoping to get a running back late in the draft, and I
chose a different running back.
I got told by the GM Marsh that said, "Roley, I'm not taking who you're liking here."
Yeah. I actually, Corinne's right. Corinne holds me accountable, and that's why I love Corinne, because I don't have a good memory, especially not short-term memory. First shot of the day. Shout coming in from Bill. It's always, I say it every show. I always take a shot for the first super chat of the day. Maybe I'm still drunk from last night's Knicks watch party. Here we go. This one's for Bill.
We're 3 likes away. Let's get to 100 so we can start the show and break down more Schoen Robinson. I was almost going to say Allen. That would have been.
I would have been in shambles if the Giants traded for Allen
different
Robinson.
Of a trade.
Hit that thumbs up icon. We are 3 likes away from 100 likes. If you have liked the video, comment me down below real quick. Drop a me down in the comment section.
One more.
As Jason is in the chat saying, "Go Knicks, go New York, go New York, go." D1 says he's not on the tag if he doesn't sign the tag. That is true, but I bet if you go up to Saquon Barkley and said, "We're trading you," you got to sign the tag, and then he'll get a new deal with his new team. That's usually how that works. We did get to 100 likes, so I'm going to take another shot of Fireball. Shout out to you guys.
Corinne, Zarik, Ted, Alex, all saying me. They all like the video. That's what we love to see, along with Mark and Marquise. Listen, Cowboys report, I'm just going to throw it out there. We're going to get into our Schoen Robinson breakdown in a second, but they're starting up their live stream in about 12 minutes. We have a $30 lead. Just going to put that out there. Oh, and we're going to get some difference there.
Craig Clifford, bang! A $25 super chat. My man Craig is a real one. I know he loves the Giants, but I know he hates the Cowboys as well. Shout out to Craig. Bill says, wanted to be first today. Going to have to go on mute in 12 minutes. I got meetings at 1 p.m., but I'll leave it on screen. Bill, I'm giving you a virtual handshake right here because you are a freaking animal. Always showing love, Bill. I hope everything's going on. I know what you got going on. I hope everything's going all right. Continue to keep your fam in the thoughts and prayers. Jeremy Chuggs, I want you to hop in here real quick. We're up to $55 in super chats. So Jeremy Chuggs is producing our Cowboys show today. How confident are y'all that y'all are going to beat us as That's the energy I'm bringing. That's the energy I'm bringing today. Craig says, nice signing. We need help against the Eagles' running attack. We're going to break Schoen Robinson down here in a second. Are you confident? Queenie's back. Queenie, 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 Queenie. Queenie, Queenie. Queenie, 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 Queenie. Queenie is a GOAT, and Queenie, along with William Lano, were the MVPs of that $3,000 stream.
And that was the last time we battled the Cowboys.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm producing. I'm not a Cowboys fan.
He is an Eagles fan.
He's an Eagles fan, which might be worse.
In the chat over there, and just talking to Tom already, they said not worry.
Oh.
Not worry.
That's what they said.
Are y'all about to start here?
Yeah.
10 minutes? All right. As Queenie with a 50-piece. Shout out to Queenie. Going back on the hard hat. We'll add her on there once again. Queenie, we bow down. All hail Queenie. All hail Queenie. Queenie's a legend. Queenie, I'm putting you on the hard hat. Also, I'm going to put my man William Lano on there again because either I'm really freaking blind because I can't even see it. Maybe we didn't actually even put those on after that stream because we were pretty sauced. If you don't know, we did the boot and then I had to.
We did
I
two
thought
boots.
we did 2 boots that show. Yeah.
Oh, it's William Lano again!
That's William Lano back again. We can't lose today, Rolly.
I'm going to say this.
We got William Lano.
We got
and we
Queenie,
got Queenie.
And we got Craig.
Craig, Queenie, and William Lano leading the way.
I don't
And
know if-
4C Wavy sending in the $20 super chat.
I don't know if you guys have watched Marvel, but I feel like we're like Thanos gathering the Infinity Stones right now. We got 1, Queenie. We got 2 in William. We got Clifford 3. Like, we're just gathering up our big spenders right now, our big supporters. We love them, and we're going to full force.
I don't know if you can see it. Kind of a glare right there, but right off the stripe right there, there you are, William. I'll add a couple more as well. Queenie, you're on there as well. You're going on there again. You guys are awesome. William says, and we'll put this on the mailbag, which will probably be in about 45 minutes or so. Are there any rumors or talks about specific players the Giants really like in this draft, somebody we'd possibly be targeting in round 1? They're heavily interested in wide receivers. And the 3 wide receivers I think they're heavily interested in are Jackson Smith and Jigba, Zay Flowers, and Jordan Addison. They did not have a pre-draft workout or meeting with Quentin Johnston, which doesn't mean they won't draft him, but the more smoke is around the other 3 guys. So I'm looking at that. I know they also like the corners. I know they like Banks out of Maryland. If Joey Porter Jr. is there at 25, he'll probably be the pick. There's been some rumors that they like Emmanuel Forbes. And I believe they're going to take a center. So in the first round, if I had to bet today, I think the first round pick will either be Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, or Banks is my top 3. I'm also hearing a little bit buzz about Brian Branch, and you guys know I love Brian Branch. That would be a huge
I told you
pick.
this yesterday, that I think Jordan Addison is a Giant.
I think Jordan Addison's a Giant as well. If I had to make a bet on any one player to be the pick at 25, I'm going to say Jordan Addison is that pick.
I like Zay Flowers too, and we'll talk about him a little bit more later, but I actually think he's going to be gone by the time the Giants pick.
Yeah, would not be surprised. Joe Lieberman says the Giants moving down, would not be shocked. I think it's 5 drafts in a row. A team that owned the 25th pick has traded down, so would not be shocked. We'll see. Bill says, I thought Addison would be gone and we'd take Flowers. Some people have Addison second. Some people have Flowers second. That's the beauty of the NFL draft. You never really know until you talk about it. Let's get into it, though. The Giants just signed Schoen Robinson. We're going to break it down here, and then we'll do my 7-round mock draft. But without further ado, let's get into it. Queenie, William Lano, Craig Clifford, salute. We're $25 away from our first beer shot fund of today's show. Let's roll. Schoen Robinson, you are a New York Football Giant. The Giants have signed defensive tackle Schoen Robinson to a 1-year contract. In today's show, we're going to break everything down that you need to know about Schoen Robinson. We'll show you the depth chart, and then we'll kind of just recap the NFL offseason so far that has gone down and everything that's gone down. And since we are 3 sleeps away from the NFL draft, Ian Rappaport broke the news a couple of minutes ago saying the Giants have agreed to terms with Rams free agent defensive tackle Schoen Robinson. They continue to beef up their defensive front right before the NFL draft. He gets a 1-year deal worth up to $8 million max value with the opportunity to find a home with the New York Giants. More contract details are coming out. It's a 1-year deal with $4 million guaranteed, which could get up to $8 million due to incentives. So if he plays a certain number of games, he meets a certain stat criteria, he could see his $4 million base value go up to $8 million. And this has been a signing that a lot of us thought have been coming for a while. And we'll talk about that in a second. But my initial reaction was, so I was at my desk and someone in the office goes, Giants signing. And I'm like, huh? And I looked and I was like, A'Shawn Robinson. I am pumped about A'Shawn Robinson signing with the New York Football Giants. This is a huge move for Big Blue. They were not a good team last year stopping the run whatsoever. And this, with the other moves they have already made in the NFL offseason, are taking a area of weakness, as I would call it, as their run stuffing and run defensive line, into one of their strengths. I now think the Giants are going to be one of the better run stopping teams in the National Football League. But before we break it down and before we show you the stats about Robinson and where he's going to plug in on this defensive line depth chart, I want to get you involved in the show early on in the comment section. So let me know, what is your one-word reaction to the signing of A'Shawn Robinson? You guys are always creative. You're always funny. You make me laugh when I go look back in the comment section. So let me know your one-word reaction to the signing. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. So when you get hit with that YouTube ad break, scroll on down and let me know your one-word reaction to the signing. Depth. For me, this move is all about depth. I almost went with beef. I almost went with run stuffing, if you could even call that one word. But this is all of that and more. A'Shawn Robinson is a behemoth of a human being. 6'4", 330 pounds. I saw a stat earlier on my timeline, and I can't find it right now. But the last time the Giants had a player with a defensive run stop rating like A'Shawn Robinson was all the way back to 2016 when Damon Snacks Harrison was on this football team. What are you getting in Robinson? You're getting a guy that likes to plug holes. You're getting a guy that's an elite run shedder. He can get off blocks and he can fill gaps. He is just a good football player, and he is going to boost the level of your interior defensive line and raise how good of a run-stopping team you are. This is what I think the defensive line depth chart now checks out as. You still got Thibodeau and Ojulari on the edge. You got Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence in the middle, but now you have depth. A'Shawn Robinson, Rakeem Nunez-Roches, Jihad Ward. Those are three backups that are legit NFL defensive linemen. Last year, you didn't have that, and now you do. You got 7 guys that can rotate on this D-line. You still need an edge rusher, and I think they'll look to the NFL draft towards that, but the addition of Robinson to back up Williams and Lawrence is only going to make this team much better, and I think they got him on a steal of a deal at 1 year, just $4 million guaranteed. When you look at what he's done the last 4 seasons, the only concern I have is that he's only played 17 games one time in these last 4 seasons. Just past year for the Los Angeles Rams, played in just 10 games, but he had 42 tackles and 2 tackles for loss and 3 QB hits. In 2021, when he played all 17 games, he had 67 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits, and 2 sacks. I'm not looking for him, and that's not what he is. He's not a pass rusher. Could he roll into some sacks? Sure. Could he end the season with 2.5 sacks? Sure. But what he's going to do is make a whole bunch of tackles at the line of scrimmage, right above it or right behind it, but also just take on those blockers on the line of scrimmage, and that frees up Bobby Okereke and Jared Davis and Darian Beavers and these linebackers that the New York Giants have. Robinson, very similar to Damon Snacks Harrison, not as good of a, as I would say, a run stuffer as Damon Harrison, but Robinson, he's going to be one of the best rotational pieces at that type of productivity and that type of player in the National Football League. I am hype about him being a New York Giant. Your run defense, it just got a whole freaking lot better. But this is why you subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. When the Giants make a move, we make a video. So subscribe to the channel because you never want to miss anything that happens around the New York Giants, and we're going to make sure that never happens. We're also going to be live for all 3 days of the NFL draft, at least for some portion of the NFL draft. So subscribe and turn your notifications on so you get alerted when we go live here on the channel. Going into the offseason, one of my biggest needs for the New York Giants was to improve the run defense. And this is the type of move that does that. Also, with the Raheem Nunez-Roches signing that they made on day one of NFL free agency. He's a great run stopper. Ashawn Robinson's a great run stopper. And you brought back Jihad Ward. So you are much better in that department. And you have to be better than what you were statistically last year, because when you talk about the Giants' rush defense, they were the 28th ranked rush defense. They gave up 146 yards per game on the ground. How many times did the Giants on 1st and 10 allow a 6-yard run, allow a 7-yard run, an 8-yard run, a 5-yard run? And it was always 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 3. And the Giants were forced to play behind the sticks. That's not how Wink Martindale wants to operate. He wants to get you in those 2nd and long. So it could be a 3rd and medium or a 3rd and long. That puts more pressure on the offense. When you get in those 2nd and short situations, that is the offensive play caller's dream and a defensive play caller's nightmare. I'm expecting the Giants to probably be a top 10, top 12 rush defense in the National Football League. This contract and this deal, though, with Ashawn Robinson has been in the works for quite some time, and we've talked about it time and time again on this channel. Everyone always says, all these rumors. Why always talk about all these rumors? Well, this is why, because we talked about Ashawn Robinson, I believe, 4 times on this channel, and now he's a New York Football Giants. We also talked about Darren Waller 2 times on this channel. We also talked about Paris Campbell. So a lot of you complain about rumors. Well, we talk about the guys that the New York Giants are going to sign. What do I mean, though, by it's been in the works for a while? He went on a visit back in February, and I thought that a signing was imminent almost at that point. I thought it was going to be done that day, but it didn't. They had to iron out the details. I bet they were worried about the guaranteed money and the money that was going to come down through incentives, but they finally got it done. 1-year deal, $4 million guaranteed, could get up to $8 million in incentives. Good deal. I give it an A overall. I think it's one of the best moves, honestly, of the offseason. We'll recap the offseason moves in a second. But first, make sure you also join us for our live coverage of the NFL Draft on our main Chat Sports channel. We're going live on Thursday, an hour before the draft kicks off, and we'll be live for every single pick. We're going to be live for like 70 straight hours. Every single pick. We're going to be live. We're going to be breaking it down. We'll have the picks faster than NFL Network and ESPN, and those frauds over there, we're a lot more entertaining. There's no pumpkin pie, Mel Kiper talk on this channel. We like to have fun. We like to entertain and inform, and we'll be doing it for 3 days straight on Chat Sports. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. That link is also clickable in the comments and description of today's show. I just want to wrap up this segment and really this story talking about Ashawn Robinson as we'll recap what I call the 5 biggest moves of the offseason, and maybe I'm wrong and I could be yelled at because I made this on the fly, but the Giants had a great offseason. And more importantly, Joe Schoen, in his second offseason, really his first offseason, that he wasn't broke because of Dave Gettleman, made this team much better. And let's recap, I think, the 5 biggest moves. Obviously, you made big moves by bringing back Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard and Jihad Ward, but I'm talking about additions. Biggest one, Darren Waller. You gave up a 3rd-round pick, pretty much a 4th-round pick for Darren Waller, who, if healthy, is a top 5 tight end in the National Football League, and I think he's absolutely going to boom in this offense. Ashawn Robinson, I believe, is one of the best moves the Giants have made this offseason. The need and the player both fit what you need, and it fixes a need, it fixes a hole, and he got better today. The Giants, they got much better today. Don't sleep on Ashawn Robinson. He's going to be big for Big Blue. Raheem Nunez-Roches, 2 guys that are great at defending the run on the interior defensive line are backups, and that means you have depth across that team. The Giants were a weak team in the trenches this past year. I think that's changing. I think we are turning into a very physical football team. I thought the Paris Campbell move was great. 1-year deal, $4 million. He was great for the Colts last year, and I believe he's going to be great for the New York Giants. He's a speedster who's going to play outside. A signing that I think is going under the radar is Bobby McCain. Yes, you lost Julian Love, and that one hurts, but this is your veteran Julian Love. Bobby McCain, he could play strong safety. He could play free safety. He could play in the slot. He can even play a little bit of outside corner. I expect him to, though, be that free safety slot guy, be the Julian Love replacement. These 5 moves, they made the Giants better, and today, big boy, Ashawn Robinson, he made the Giants a whole lot better. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's video. The first place you would have heard about the Giants signing Ashawn Robinson was over on my Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. So give me a follow over there so you can be the first to know when the Giants make a move. Let's go Big Blue. Let's freaking go.
Cut. Craig Clifford with a 50 bomb. Cannot wait till the draft.
Craig, you are a freaking animal. I can't wait for the draft either, Craig. I'm ready to see with 10 picks what Joe Schoen is going to do to improve this roster. We'll get to my mock draft in a second, but Craig, thank you. We're going to do a beer shot fun race coming up in a second. Craig, salute my man. We got a whole bunch of legends in the building. We can't lose. We're in a super chat battle today with the Cowboys report because with the Giants picking at 25 and the Cowboys picking at 26, I had a meeting with my bosses today and they told me whichever one of you guys gets a higher super chat total on your Monday watch party is going to get to go live earlier and really more in day one. So not only do I want to dust the Dallas Cowboys, I want to be live hanging out with you guys on Thursday. And unfortunately, it's just the ball's in your court at this point. So I hate doing it, but that's kind of where we're at right now. I don't like how they put this on us, Rolly.
Hey, listen, they put it on us, but the real ones, we were off to a good start. We showed up. We'll see what happens.
I can't believe I didn't put Bobby Okereke in that freaking graphic. I'm an idiot. I just thought about that. Sinister times. I'm an idiot. I'm going to get yelled at in the comment section. We were rushing to get live. We were rushing to make this video, and I freaking forgot to put the best signing of free agency. Stupid, stupid, stupid Marshall. Everyone type stupid Marshall in the comment section because I'm an idiot.
We also got a $2 super chat from Lumbagus. Our D-line got big potential.
Big potential. Ooh, big potential. I can't believe I'm so mad at myself.
Oh, man. We got
I am in shambles.
Wyatt back in the chat. What's up, Wyatt?
Freaking
And then
idiot.
Mike.
I can't believe I did that.
Mike has me a little concerned.
I can't believe I did that, dude. I'm an idiot. Freaking idiot. Oh, whatever. It's in the past.
Right.
I've got yelled at in comment sections before, so whatever. Lumbagus. Appreciate the $2 super chat, my friend. Gilly. Dunleavy mentioned trade. Who do you think it could be? Yeah, he had that report a couple of weeks ago. I guess that was a week and a half ago at this point. I had a trade targets video that went out, but I don't know. I don't know who it would be now. I don't think they're going to trade for a defensive lineman now, Gilly, after they signed Ashawn Robinson. I don't think so.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think they're going to trade for another D lineman because I think they might trade for a corner.
I'm trying to think of corners who are even on the market. I don't really think of it.
I had the dude from the Colts.
No.
No. Kenny Moore.
Oh, Kenny Moore.
I had Kenny Moore. I had the young guy from the Titans, the first-round pick, Caleb Farley.
Caleb Farley.
And I had one more on there. I don't remember who I had on there. That video is on the channel, though. You can go watch it. William says Marcus Peters is still a free agent. If you can get Marcus Peters for a cheap deal, I'd love to bring him in.
There's a couple free agents out there that is intriguing to see them still be on the market. I'm not sure if that is because they have no market or they're being patient with what team they want to sign with, but Marcus Peters is one. Yannick Ngakoue is one. If you're looking for offensive tackle depth, Isaiah Wynn, who was down year for New England last year, but he had a decent first 4 years in the league. Mike, that answers your question. Any solid O-lineman available. If you're looking for a depth piece or / high upside, low cost starting offensive tackle, Isaiah Wynn can slide into right tackle or left tackle, but obviously you guys are
Can he play center?
Center, probably not.
Well, that's the only one we need right now.
He could play guard. He's a smaller tackle.
I cannot believe I didn't put freaking Bobby Okereke. I'm actually mad about that.
That's right. The Knicks scare you. I am available. I can get pulled off. I played right guard back in my day of football. So if you guys need a right guard, I could step in and dominate.
You'd be a good pulling guard.
Well, that was my
Quick feet, light on your feet.
success. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Do you know who the Knicks scare you is?
No.
Cool. Because I don't either.
Oh. Wait. now you know.
Gilly, we appreciate the super chat.
Who is it?
I don't think they're going to trade for a D tackle anymore. I think that they were going to do that before they got to Marcus Peters, though.
Wait, who is the Knicks scare you? Is this the Bucks scare you guy?
It's up to you. You ready to do this shot fun, though?
I think it's the Bucks scare you guy.
I don't know.
I think it's him.
I don't know. We are going to do a beer bong race, beer shotgun race.
Before I come up, I'll flash the total. I sent them our number. They've been live for 11 minutes now. I sent them what we're at. They haven't responded. I don't know if they're scared.
Let's take a big lead.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good start, but you
It's
can't
not
take
safe.
your foot off the gas.
Job's not finished.
Job's not finished.
Job's not finished.
Bucks scare you. You're about to be finished in a second.
I'll
He
tell
says
you.
no.
I'll let you know. It's not the Bucks scare you.
It's not? Now I don't know who it is.
It's not. It's not.
I assume it's someone that is normally on the Knicks channel. So now I'm just lost in the sauce.
Tommy one for Tommy says no one wants Barkley. Hey Rolly, does Marsh hate me? Please don't report me. Why? I'm reporting you to the cops, dude.
No, Wyatt.
I don't hate you, Wyatt.
He will not report you.
And
He
no
does not
one
hate
hates you. You just continue to ask Bears questions on a Giants show, and you expect us to answer them.
Yeah, Wyatt. Tomorrow, Harrison and I will be live. There, we can answer your questions.
Oh, man. A lot of people are asking about trading Saquon.
I want to know who Nick Scare You is.
Nicholas asked for a top 10 pick. Nicholas, don't spam. You only have to enter your question once, and Rolly will be able to pull it up.
You know who I think
But no,
it is?
I don't think that the Giants will get a top 10 pick for Saquon. I know they could not trade Saquon for a top 10 pick.
I think it's Crim's dad.
Is that your final guess?
I think it's my final guess.
We'll see.
What do you mean? You got to tell me if I get it right.
Cannot freaking believe I didn't put Bobby Okereke on that list. Literally, our biggest signing. I'm an idiot. Freaking idiot.
It's 100% Crim's dad.
Mr. Duck says going to be pissed if Marsh gets less studio time than the Cowboys. Unfortunately, that's out of my hands. Like I said, we had a meeting this morning. Me, Tom, Brett, and James, those being our bosses. You can go yell at James Yoder on Twitter, at James Yoder. You could just tweet at him and say F the Cowboys. As the Cowboys report got their first couple of super chats, they're up to $29, Rolly. They're up to $29. And now they're in the chat saying F Marshy. William Lano! Back again with the $50 super chat. Guess who's back? Back again. William's back again. Tell a friend. William's back again. Tell a friend. William Lano with the $50 super chat. Salute. Everyone type William in the comment section. Show him some love. Show him some love in the chat. I hope we don't trade Saquon. We need to make him a lifelong Giant. I don't want to trade Saquon Barkley either, but I have to be honest with you guys. If someone is offering to trade a first-round pick for Saquon Barkley, I am going to do it. If someone is willing to trade a second-round pick for Saquon Barkley, I'm going to do it. Third round, I wouldn't do, but first and second, I would do. Is that mean?
I know. I think it's completely fair, and in all honesty,
I know that's
would
probably going to
accept
make some
that.
people mad.
I would accept that immediately because what you can do is if you're concerned about the running back position, if you trade away Barkley, you can use that first or second round pick on a running back.
Agreed.
You're probably not getting a high first, so Bijan Robinson's probably out of the question, but you could get a Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting a lot of buzz right now, a Devon A-Chain. So there's a lot of running backs out there. There's a deep running back class. You can get a stud in the third or fourth round that I think could honestly be a day one starter. And, hey, we're going to do a mock draft for the Giants coming up within the next 15, 20 minutes probably. And spoiler, there will be a running back.
I did select a running back. NFL Fan Zone says, I disagree. And that's okay. We don't always have to agree. I know. I love Saquon Barkley. I bought his jersey the day he was drafted. It's back in the studio. You've seen some people wear it. I think Seeps wore it one day. You don't have to be sorry. You don't have to say sorry. I just think that sometimes you got to do business with your heart taken out of you. I love Saquon. I want him to retire a Giant. I don't want to trade him. But if someone comes calling with a first or second round pick, I think I have to do it. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I'm not happy about doing it. I wouldn't be up here happy if it happened. I love Saquon. So I hope we bring him back, William. I really, really do. Nicholas says it just doesn't seem like he wants to be there. I'm going to push back on that. Just because he's not there for voluntary weightlifting sessions doesn't mean he wants to be there. You know where he was a week before that? With Daniel Jones and every single wide receiver in Arizona working out. If he didn't want to be a Giant, he wouldn't have been there. So I'm going to push back on that a little bit. I believe Saquon Barkley does want to be a New York Giant. As Lumbagus comes back again with a $5 super chat and says, job's not finished. It's not finished. It's not finished. If we can win in the trenches, we can go deep. Don't need an elite running back to win. Elite O-line and D-line are more important. You are 100% right.
Got a good point.
You win in the trenches of the National Football League. Why did we lose to the Eagles? Because they were bigger and better than us on the O-line and the D-line. Mr. Rick says trade Barkley and Cha quits the Giants. No, you would not quit the Giants. Stop it. Miss Cha bought me a $300.
Also, I want to point out,
Mr. Rick, I can't let you quit the Giants because that would break my heart.
Nick scared you. I watched a couple of his comments. That is so Crim's dad. I am so locked in. That's him. I've seen the way he's comped it a couple times, and I know Crim's dad comments like that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm 95% sure it's Crim's dad.
Oh, man. Lumbagus, I agree. You win in the trenches. And you got better today with Ashawn Robinson. Corinne with a $20 super chat. Will the Giants extend Adoree Jackson? I hope they do, because he's a damn good football player, Corinne. He's the best corner we have on this team. He is someone that I believe is a core piece to this defense.
Holy shit, Aaron Rodgers just got traded.
No way. Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the Packers officially for the 12th
Traded to the Jets.
Yes, Jets. Thank you, producer Rolly. That was a test.
Wait a minute. Oh, they swapped first-round picks, too. So here's the details. I'll verbalize it.
I will get back to your super chat in a second, Corinne. Don't be mad at me.
The New York Jets get Aaron Rodgers, pick number 15, in the 5th-round pick in this year's draft.
Okay.
The Packers get pick number 13, so they move up 2 spots. They get the Jets' 2nd-round pick, number 42, the Jets' 6th-round pick, 207, and a conditional 2024 2nd-round pick.
That is so much for an old quarterback,
and
dude.
here's the thing, the conditional 24. If Rodgers plays 65% of the plays this season, that is a first-round pick
Oh,
next
my
year.
gosh. So they're going to give up a 2nd and a 1st for Aaron Rodgers.
They're giving up a 2nd. Let's say he's going to play 65% as long as he doesn't get hurt. A 1st next year, a 2nd this year, a 6th, and they move back 2 spots.
So they move back 2 spots, and they essentially have to give up a 1st and a 2nd for Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's a lot, Nick.
That is a lot.
That's so much. That is so much for a 1-year rental, like Corinne says. Way too much. But desperate times call for desperate measures.
Wow. I mean, we knew it was going to happen eventually, but we didn't know when it was going to be, if it was going to be during the draft, after the draft, and what the package back to Green Bay was going to be.
Giants play the Jets this year.
I mean, the AFC sucks, dude. As you guys, most of you guys know, I'm a Patriots fan. Yeah, that sucks.
Corinne, I hope they extend Adoree Jackson. Do I think they do it before the season? Probably not, unfortunately.
Wow.
I think they see how he plays this year, and if he plays like he did last year but doesn't miss a lot of time, they will bring him back. Really, they have no choice, Corinne, because they don't have any cornerback on the roster that is even close to the player that Adoree Jackson is. Go look at the stats last year from when Jackson was on the field and Jackson wasn't on the field. He is a difference maker. I wouldn't call him an elite corner, but he's a top 15 corner, in my opinion, in the National Football League. And those guys are hard to find. You got to keep him. You got to freaking keep him. You got to keep him. We'll spin the wheel for Corinne.
I still can't get over this trade, Marsh.
It's a lot. We'll spin the wheel for Corinne in a second.
I'll do it right now.
We'll do it now. F it. Let's do it now. Mr. Ricks, don't show that. The last time we did that, that was sketchy.
All right.
That's not it. You never pushed it across.
Oh.
That didn't count. I told you. Remember last time we did that and it was a shot fun? I wasn't doing that again.
That's awkward. Sorry, guys.
All righty. Here's the wheel spin for
awkward.
Corinne.
That is awkward.
Shout out to
I
Corinne.
do that sometimes because I see it over here and then I don't. All right. Drink some water, Marsh.
Well, I'm going to take a shot for Corinne because
Okay.
Corinne is my homie. And I am taking a shot for Corinne.
Wow.
And I'll wow. And then I'm going to chase it with some water.
Oh, ready for this?
And I'm going to chase it with water.
This is even better. The Aaron Rodgers, because number 12 is retired or by the Jets. Is it retired? I don't know.
Is that Namath's number?
Yeah. Namath apparently actually gave him his blessing to wear 12. But Aaron Rodgers will be wearing number 8 in New York.
I hate that.
I did too.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. We did get a couple more super chats, and we'll get to those. Then we'll do our 7-round mock draft. We are in a super chat battle with our Dallas Cowboys channel, the Cowboys Report, with 150,000 subscribers. We already put them in the dirt 3 weeks ago, and we got to do it again. The winner of today's super chat battle gets to go Oh, well, they just got a huge super chat. So we probably have some work to do. But whoever wins the super chat battle is going to get more studio time to go live for the NFL draft. Since the Giants pick at 25 and the Cowboys pick at 26, our bosses had a meeting and said, look, we can't have you guys both go live for the whole first round. So whoever wins the super chat battle today will get more live studio time during the first round. So I need your guys' help. I want to go live. I want to hang out with you guys.
They're chanting F Marshy right now on that stream.
They are chanting F Marshy in the stream.
You can't let our guy Marsh take that brutality from scummy Cowboys fans.
I'm getting killed by Cowboys fans right now. It's one of the worst days of my life.
Crim's dad with a super chat.
The Knicks scare you says F Matt. F Matt, if you are a Knicks Now sub and you watched Game 3, you know all good and well about F Matt. It's never too late, Crims.
Got him.
It's never too late.
Got
Crimmy.
him.
It's never.
Got him. I nailed it.
Sorry, Crimmy.
I nailed it. I win, Crim's dad. You can't beat me.
Mamadou just said the Cowboys just got a $300 super chat. Oh, that would mean that we're losing.
That would be devastating.
That would be devastating. Damn. Tyler Talbot, my man, says if both were available, who would you rather have, Jackson Smith and Jigba or Joey Porter Jr.? Jackson Smith and Jigba. Give me Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I don't think he'll be there at 25. I feel like Joey Porter has a chance to be there, but I still don't think he will be. I don't think he will be. I would take JSN, but Joey Porter Jr. is my third corner in this class. Third corner right behind Gonzalez and Witherspoon. So, yeah, I'd love to get Joey Porter Jr. Physical player. Absolutely would love that. What'd y'all just get?
Marshall Green, we just got a $300 super chat.
So what are y'all at in total?
Huh?
What are y'all at in total?
500.
Oh.
The Cowboys report is up to $500 in super chats. He's lying. 357. They're at 357. He lied.
That's cheating.
F-Chugs.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
They should be deducted 100.
Agreed.
Wait, what'd you say they were at?
357 per Tom. As Gilly came in with a $2 super chat. What's up, Gilly? Hope you're having a good Monday.
Gilly.
Gilly, can't you see? Win in the trenches, I wouldn't be mad at Osiris. I know you're an Osiris girl, and I'm not going to be mad if they take Osiris Torrance with the 25th pick. I just don't think they will. I'll come on here and say I'm wrong if they did. I just think they believe in Joshua Izudu, a former top 100 pick last year. You pick someone in the top 100, you got to have him play soon. But I wouldn't be surprised, wouldn't be shocked. I just don't think it's going to happen. And I wouldn't be mad either because you're getting a player at a position of need, even though you took one in the top 100 last year. Robert, we know Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the Jets. No need to spam. But Gilly, appreciate the super chat. Look, I think there's a lot of players that could be of interest for the Giants at pick 25. Anthony Raza with a $5
Anthony
super
Raza
chat.
with the baza.
My man Anthony Raza, a legend, says Marvin Mims, Sooners wide receiver, move up to get him, Marshall. I would. I like Marvin Mims. If he's there at pick 57, I would take him. If we don't take a receiver in round 1. If you don't take a receiver in round 1, I think Marvin Mims is one of those second-round receivers I like. Mr. Rick, we are at 290. They were at 357? So we're right there.
I was going to show you guys after we show the next.
We'll show it in a second.
We'll show Sam Lubner.
Sam Lubner.
The man, the myth, the legend. Marsh.
Sam Lubner. Robert, we know Rodgers is a Jet. You don't need to spam it. Mr. Lubner, I'm taking a shot for my boy Sammy, or we'll spin the wheel. William Lano, bang! $100 super chat. Suck it, Tom. William Lano for 3. Bang! We cannot lose to the damn Cowgirls. Let's bury them.
Strap us up, William. Put us on your back.
Put us on your back, Lano. I can't lose to the Cowboys. I may have to super chat the channel myself just so we can't lose. I need to be live on day 1 with you guys. I got to be live day 1 with you guys.
After Williams super chat, and we'll show Dante Turner in a second. But here are where things stand.
This is where we're at, Rolly?
This is where we're at.
So we're in the lead.
Barely.
But as we know, that could change
Very
at any
quickly.
time. What did change is our number because Mr. Duck comes in with a $10 super chat.
Quack it up.
Quack.
Quack.
Quack, quack.
Quack.
Quack, 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 Mr. Duck with a $10 super
We
chat.
also got a $5 super chat from Dante Turner.
Dante Turner. Shout out to Dante Turner. He's sending in a little emoji, a little controller with some feet and some hands. Dante, we appreciate it. Mr. Duck came in with a $10 super chat, so I'll take a shot of Fireball for my man, Mr. Duck, a.k.a. Mr. Quack. Love you, Brody. Thanks for the love. Thank you to everybody. That's been a real one today. I want to beat them. $100 super chat from Mr. Rick. Bang! Mr. Rick, the GOAT, the legend, the one, the only. Cha! Holy Toledo! Suck it, Cowboys fans. Time to pony up, Cowboys fans. They're in this studio right here.
No, that's D.
Let's go.
Dude, that's D.
That's when they're in.
They're in C.
Ah, F them. F them.
You totally banged on someone else's video.
Oh, that sucks. Mr. Cha, we got 2 beer shot fund races to do, Rolly.
Oh, boy. Disastrous Monday.
No, an epic. An epic Monday.
For my body, it's disastrous Monday.
Mamabadoo says, yo, Marsh, do you go to home games? No, I am live for every single game here on the channel. We do watch parties for every single game. Mr. Rick, thank you. That's all I can say at this point.
Gilly!
There's Gilly. Gilly says, F the Cowboys.
Clown throwing up emojis.
That's what they are.
Describes the Dallas Cowboys.
They are
clowns and garbage.
They are clowns. They are legitimate clowns. That's what they are.
Verbal meme. The guy painting his face with clown makeup. Cowboys fans saying, "This is our year for the 20th straight year."
Ridiculous. Gilly.
Gilly.
Appreciate it. Jamie says, Marsh, you the guy. Jamie, you're the guy. You've been watching this show for over a year and a half. You've been showing love for a while, so thank you. He says, as a Giants fan here in the UK, your passion is great. The best chat sports channel. Go Big Blue. Jamie, that means a lot. I appreciate it. I just try to do it for you guys. That's all I care about. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without y'all. That's why this is one of the fastest growing channels here at Chat Sports. Back in January of 2022, we were at 5,000 subs. We're about to get to 30. We're about to get to 30.
The Cowboys may or may not have got a $200 super chat.
No way.
Yeah, I think so. I unfortunately
They're
think
literally
so.
chanting F Marshy.
How about this?
Can y'all hear that?
Nah, they can't hear it. How
They're
about this?
literally chanting F Marshy in their studio.
I'm going to come up on screen. We're going to do our beer shot fun.
I think we live rent-free in their head, though.
Oh, we absolutely do. Wyatt, before I go take
They're banging on the wall. They could hear it when I banged on the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Maybe
they just
they
banged
are
on the
indeed.
wall and said, can you hear that, Marshy?
Maybe they are indeed. But they
F
said
you, Jeremy.
they said they were going to C, so they're liars.
Oh, my God.
Wyatt, I mean, for your Bears, man, you got to be pretty excited that division's all yours.
A first time super chatter. You never forget your first time. You never forget what it feels like the first time you do it. Daniel Kersey with a $20 super chat. If you super chat for the first time today, it's a shot on the house. Woo. A shot on the house if it's your first time, because Rolly,
I'll even take a shot for that.
Rolly, you never forget what it feels like when it's your first time.
I mean, when you do it for the first time, you will remember where you did it, who you did it with. I mean, it's just a good time.
You never forget your first time. And Daniel Kersey, you are now a member of the Giants Now Real Ones. Shout out to Daniel, $20 super chat. You will never... A $300 super chat from Queenie. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. Queenie. 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 We are not worthy. We are not worthy. Queenie, a $300 super chat. Bang! Everyone type Queenie in the chat. Queenie in the chat. Queenie in the chat. F Downey. F Downey. F Downey. F Downey. Queenie, the man, the legend, the one, the only Queenie. Oh my
What a
goodness.
Go. What a go. What a go.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Queenie. All hail Queenie. All hail Queenie. All hail Queenie. Wow.
We are not worthy.
Holy cap. Holy crap. Holy crap.
We are
That is
not
ridiculous.
worthy.
Thank you, Thank you. Like, I don't know what to say.
We are not
Thank you. Thank you.
worthy.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is awesome. This is freaking awesome. Rolly, I've
Yeah.
already got my gun loaded.
Yeah, I'm going to come up there.
You want to come do a beer shot fun race for me? With me? Not for me, with me? F Downey! F Downey! F Downey! Oh my gosh, Queenie. Cha. So many real ones. William Lano. Corinne. Craig Clifford. Everyone. Daniel Kersey. Gilly. Mr. Duck. Dante Turner. Sam Lubna. Anthony Raza. Tyler. The Nick Scare You. AKA You Know Who You Are. Lumbagus. 4C Wavy. Neezy. Bill. Everyone that's super chatted. Everyone that's tuned in today. Thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate it. We still got to get to our 7-round mock draft, and we're doing that today. We're doing that today. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, you ready? I'm not either really. F Downey in the chat. It's spelled just like Mr. Rick just spelled it, a.k.a. Cha. Everyone type F Downey in the chat. After I finish this beer shot fun, I'm going to give you a shout out. WL. I put one here. I don't know if I actually ever put them on from that day. I put one right there. I thought I did though. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, you ready? All righty. F Downey in the chat. Let's go. Oh, you better get rolling. Krim says put them on the inside. Should we start putting them on the inside?
You're not going to be able to see him.
I don't know. If y'all want him on the inside, we will.
Up and changed it back to his real name.
No, Krim's dad's in the chat for the first time today.
No. I caught him. I caught him.
Under the bill of the hat. I don't mind that one.
Yeah, that one works.
Under the bill. It's pretty small. There's only probably about a spot for 8 of them.
And then you can put on the gray thing back.
Yeah. The gray on the back. I like that. The gray on the back. I will literally put stickers on this hat until I can't anymore. Let's go. All right, here we go. The Nick Scare Crimmy. Shout out to Mr. Rick. You guys are the freaking best. You guys are the freaking best. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! That's what you get for cheating all those other times. You did. You got into gear once you did. Over there. Holy Toledo. I'm sweating. It's so freaking crazy. All right. Before any more crazy super chats come in, y'all want to do the 7-round mock draft? If you want to do the 7-round mock draft, type me in the comments section. We are Marshall. Let's go. All right. Let me wipe some of the sweat off my forehead. Oh, I got really excited there. Really excited. Everyone wants. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Everyone wave in the chat to Bill. How do we wave? Like this? You want us to wave like this or like this?
Why would we be waving like he's the queen? Isn't that how they do it in England?
How do y'all wave? Like this?
See
Like
you,
this? Or like this? I don't know. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill.
Before we get into our mock draft, Zach Attack Baseball.
Their first ever super chat.
How did it feel?
Zach, the first time you got the you got the super chat in. How'd it feel? Have you ever felt anything like that before, Bill? Zach, why did I say Bill? You're on my mind, Bill. You're on my mind. Zach Attack Baseball with their first ever super chat. If you've never super chatted before and you super chat today, we're going to give you some extra love. You'll get the icon on screen, and we're taking a shot of Fireball. He says, hell nah, Giants all the way, baby. Love that.
I know the Cowboys are salty because I sent them our new total.
And they didn't say anything back?
Yeah, they haven't responded in about 13 minutes.
We are so going to win today.
They are so fraudulent and soft.
We are so winning today. Zach, salute, my man. Salute. All righty. Let's do our 7-round mock draft. What do you say, Rolly?
I say it's a good day to have a day.
Let me pull up something real quick. I have some notes that I need to say about a couple of these players.
Okay.
Because as great as sometimes you guys think I am, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know every draft prospect, and I'm not going to act like I do. So I rely on people that do know, and I do my homework, but I'm going to do the best I can. With the Giants having 5 picks in the last 3 rounds, I had to do a lot of homework, and I should. I need to do more homework. I've been locked in with the NBA playoffs, but I'm going to do my best today. So stick with me. What's our sponsor for this one?
Z-Biotics.
Z-Biotics? Okay.
Also, Wyatt with a $5
Stop
super
it.
chat.
Stop it.
Wyatt, thank you so much,
Wyatt
man.
is back! Wyatt, you're converting to the dark side, and I love it.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Everyone type Wyatt in the chat. I'm just doing this for the guys, even though I'm not a Giants fan. You're a real one, though, Wyatt.
Wyatt's a real one, man.
He's stamped now.
He is as real as it gets. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow where we can talk more of the team that you're a fan of.
So this was Wyatt's first ever?
On Giants, not in general, but on
So does he
Giants,
get the
I
sticker?
believe this was his first ever. No, because it's not his first ever super chat.
But did it say it on the channel? No, which means he's super chatted on this channel before.
I thought it was just in general.
No.
Oh, really?
Because there was a Giants super chatter named Monty who used to always super chat. You remember Monty, I think.
I don't know. If
He
I do.
super chatted on Giants, and he got his first one.
On Knicks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Wyatt, I'm going to bend the rules just for you, my man. I'm going to take a shot.
Did not know that. You learn something new every day, guys.
Wyatt, we appreciate it, Brody. We appreciate it. Even Crims is showing you love.
Yeah.
Wyatt kind of likes the Giants a little bit. If Rolly likes the Giants, that means Wyatt likes the Giants.
Wyatt is a good friend of mine in the YouTube game, and I respect Wyatt. He likes tuning in whenever I'm doing things, which I love. Wyatt and I are good buddies.
Let's do it. Mr. Rick, the center from Wisconsin, good football player.
That's Tippmann, right?
Yep. Some people have him as the best center in this draft. Unfortunately, when I was on the clock in round 2, well, you know what? I won't even say that.
Come on. This is what we call a tease.
This is what we call a tease. Let's get into my 7-round mock draft. Z-Biotics, correct? Let me pull it up. And then we'll roll. All righty. Let's do it. 7-round Giants mock draft. Corinne, this is for you. Corinne. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. The NFL draft is just 2 days away. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. If you are, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon if you're ready for the NFL draft and to see what Joe Schoen will do with the 10 picks that they have. In today's show, we are going through our final 7-round mock draft here on the channel. I will make all picks in the 7 rounds. And the Giants have 10 of them. And this is what the picks will look like. In round 1, they have pick 25. There's been a lot of rumors that they could go after a receiver. I could see that. And then you see round 2. They got pick 57, then pick 89, then 128, then 160, then 172, 209, 240, 243, and 254. So the Giants, they have 6 picks in the final 5th, 6th, and 7th round. So that's going to be a lot of late picks for the Giants. But let's start at the top of the draft. I used the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. And when the Giants were on the clock with pick number 25, these were the top prospects left on the board, in my opinion. All the top corners were gone. No Banks, no Gonzalez. None of the top corners were there. And then some of the top receivers were gone as well. Jackson Smith-Njigba was gone. Jordan Addison were gone. These are the top guys left. Kalijah Kancey, the D lineman from Pitt, who I'm a big fan of. Emmanuel Forbes, the outside corner from Mississippi State. Little light in the pants, only 166 pounds, but a damn good football player. Then they got Zay Flowers, the wide receiver from Boston College. And then Quentin Johnson. Those are the top 2 wide receivers left on the board. Then Will McDonald, the best edge rusher, in my opinion, that was left at pick 25. With pick 25 in the first round, Marshall Green selected Zay Flowers, wide receiver out of Boston College. I went back and forth between Emmanuel Forbes and Zay Flowers. I tried to think about it like this. What's the Giants' bigger need, and what's the Giants' bigger need long-term? And I believe wide receiver is a bigger need for the Giants long-term compared to corner, because you got Aaron Robinson, you got Cordell Flott, and you got Adoree Jackson. You don't have a number 1 wide receiver, and I think Zay Flowers could be that, and he definitely was that for Boston College throughout his college football career. I mean, in 2022, the kid had 78 receptions for 1,077 yards, 14 yards per catch, and 12 touchdowns. He was great in the previous 3 years as well. Had over 100 catches in his sophomore and junior year combined, and 14 touchdowns in those seasons. I like Zay Flowers because he could play on the outside. He could play on the slot. He could do everything on the football field that you want in a wide receiver. I compare his play style to Antonio Brown. That's the type of wide receiver that I think he is. I think he's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with the physical nature of play. I think he's going to walk in and be your wide receiver 1. I know some people may look at him and say he's small, he's a slot receiver. He's not a slot receiver. He plays on the outside. He is going to be very, very good in the National Football League. But I want to ask this question. Jordan Addison was obviously not on the board in my mock draft that I did today, but I want to hear from you guys right now. If Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, and Quentin Johnston were all on the board at pick 25, who would you pick? And I want to reiterate this. These were picks that not just I would make. I kind of went through this as if I was Joe Schoen. I tried to think like Joe Schoen, and I made the picks like I was Joe Schoen. So I want to ask this. If all 3 receivers on the board, who would you pick? Sound off in the comment section. I do want to let you guys know we will be live for parts of all 3 days of the NFL draft. So subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. I can't wait for the NFL draft. I can't wait to see what Joe Schoen does when he's on the clock. So subscribe and turn your notifications on so you can join us every single day this week. With the 57th pick in round 2, I selected Luke Weipler, the center from Ohio State. Tippmann, he was off the board. John Michael Schmitz was off the board. So I went with the best next center, and that is Luke Weipler. When you look at what he did for the Ohio State Buckeyes this past season, he played in 827 snaps, allowed just 1 sack and just 7 QB hurries, but he did not allow a single QB hit. I think he's good in the pass game. I think he's good in the run game, but he definitely has to work on his technique a little bit. I think he could be a little bit stronger at the point of attack. Sometimes I think he's a little bit on his butt a little bit too much, sometimes gets knocked down, but he would be a plug-and-play player for the New York Giants, and I believe he would be the starter come day 1. The Giants' biggest need in this draft is center, and at pick 57 in round 2. The best one on the board was Luke Weipler. So with the first 2 picks, you fill a need at receiver and you fill a need at center. I'm a fan of Luke Weipler. I'm also a fan of Chat Sports, and especially their coverage of the NFL Draft. And we're going to be live starting Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then we'll be live Friday. Then we'll be live Saturday. We're going to be live on our main Chat Sports channels for all 3 rounds of the NFL Draft. Subscribe and join us, youtube.com/chatsportstv. So with receiver filled and center filled, the cornerback position is what you needed next. And I love Corey Trice out of Purdue. 6'3", 4'4", 40, over 200 pounds. Corey Trice is a great pick for the Giants in round 3. When you look at the stats on paper, he had a great season for Purdue. Allowed a completion percentage of just 48%. He is a press man coverage corner. And with the Giants, in my opinion, having one of the best DB coaches in the National Football League, you get the size, you get the speed that Corey Trice possesses. You need to just teach him how to play football. And I believe if he's taught up and coached up by Wink Martindale and Jerome Henderson, this team and this player will reach the apex that they are supposed to reach. Only allowed 1 touchdown this past year, 220 yards, had 10 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. I would love if Corey Trice was on the board at 89 like he was in my mock draft. With receiver, corner, and center filled, the next biggest need for me is edge rusher. And I went with KJ Henry out of Clemson, round 4, pick 128. When you look at what he did in 2022, the numbers don't jump off the screen. 51 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 6 pass breakups. But the dude was a 5-star prospect coming out of high school. And I felt like when Clemson lost their defensive coordinator to go take the job, Brent Venables, as the Oklahoma Sooners head coach, I feel like a lot of their defensive prospects kind of took a hit in the draft, and I believe Henry is a better player than the numbers suggested. And you needed to add another edge rusher. I believe he could be a plug-and-play player. You don't need him to be a starter right away, but a supplemental piece, a rotational edge rusher behind Kayvon Thibodeau and behind Azeez Ojulari. He could be that third edge rusher on this team. He's 6'2", 250 pounds. He's bendy, he's strong, he's explosive, got a quick first step, needs to improve his hands and improve his pass rushing moves. But I am a big fan of Henry, and if he's on the board with the 4th Giants pick, I'd love for him to be wearing New York Giants blue. We'll get to the rest of the picks in the mock draft coming up here in a second. But first, I got to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor of today's show, and that is Z-Biotics. Let's face it. After y'all hit me with all these super chats, especially on game days and some of these crazy live shows, the next day is a little bit rough, and that was until I found Z-Biotics. Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut where you need it most. Drink Z-Biotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and then get a good night's sleep to feel your best the next day. Give Z-Biotics a try for yourself. Go to zbiotics.com/chatsports to get 15% off your first order when you use code CHATSPORTS at checkout. Z-Biotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they will refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/chatsports and use the code CHATSPORTS at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, Z-Biotics, for sponsoring today's video. That link is clickable down in the comments, description, and live chat of today's show. Comes in a small bottle, and the case that it comes in is slim and sleek. It could easily fit in your travel bag. Maybe you're going to a bachelor party or whatever you do. Z-Biotics, you're going to love it. Check them out, zbiotics.com/chatsports. Maybe, a pick that a lot of people know of, but I believe the value here was great. Round 5, pick 160. I selected Deuce Vaughn, the running back out of Kansas State. And what a career he had down in Kansas. 651 carries, 3,604 yards, 116 receptions. Deuce Vaughn is a very special player. And I believe in this offense with Mike Kafka, he is going to benefit. Why with these stats did he fall until the 5th round? It's because he's 5'5", 176 pounds. But size has never been a problem for Deuce Vaughn. He has been good everywhere he goes. He's not an every down back. He's not going to get 20 carries per game, but he's someone that I think could play on the field at the same time as Saquon Barkley. I think the Giants need another pass-catching running back. I like Mac Breida, but I don't think he possesses the skills that Deuce Vaughn does. Imagine Boston Scott, but better, and wearing a New York Giants jersey. That's who Deuce Vaughn is. He's an electric playmaker. He has a chance every time he touches the football to go to the house, and that's what the Giants need. More players that are explosive and can make this team better in a better scoring offense. Deuce Vaughn, he checks that box. The 5th round, I went with Gerard Clark, the interior defensive lineman from Coastal Carolina. I think the Giants needed to beef up their interior line a little bit, and that is what Gerard Clark does. Big body, over 300 pounds. I think he's falling a little bit in this draft because he's had some previous injuries back in 2020. He had a back injury, but he played 2 good seasons after that. And look, last year he was good. 10 tackles for loss, 40 tackles, 4 sacks. I think he's a good run stopper. He can shed some blocks and get after the passer a little bit. But I just think this is a good value pick. I think with him on the board at pick 172, you'd be happy to have him. And anytime you could beef up that interior defensive line and get better in the trenches, you're going to be a better football team. I like this pick a lot. The safety out of Oklahoma State, Jason Taylor II, in round 6, pick 209. 6 foot, 215 pounds. Could play a little bit of strong safety. Could play a little bit of free safety. He also slid into the slot a little bit for the Oklahoma State Cowboys last year. Good football player. 99 tackles, 6 interceptions last year, and 7 pass breakups. I'm a fan. I think he'd fit. And I think the Giants, they could use another safety. I know you got Dane Belton and Bobby McCain, but look, it's a round 6 pick. You're taking a flyer on a guy. You're hoping he could be a player. I think he's definitely going to play on special teams right away in his NFL career. I love the pick. I went with an upside wide receiver in round 7. That is Grant DuBose. I believe that is how you say it, out of Charlotte. He is a 6'3", 200-pound receiver who had a great career at Charlotte. This past year, 64 receptions, 792 yards, 9 touchdowns, a long reception of 52 yards. He's going to have to fight to make this roster, no doubt about it. That's what all these 7-round picks will be. But at 6'3", 200, and the speed he kind of possesses, I think he might be a little sneaky under the radar pick that with the right coaching and with the chance, he might be able to be a contributor down the line for Big Blue. This was a fun pick for me. I selected Jake Witt, the offensive tackle. And he has a very, very interesting story. He's 6'7" and 1/8 inch, 302 pounds with 33.5-inch arms. He's a small school sleeper. Listen to this story. He began his career as a basketball player at Michigan Tech and then didn't play in sports in 2019 at Northern Michigan, plus missed the 2020 season due to COVID and was a tight end for much of 2021, but injuries forced him into right tackle. And in that 2021 season, when he had to play one game at tackle, he locked down one of the best pass rushers in college football at the D2 level. 23 years old. He's a big project with upside. Might be 2 years away, if not 3 or 4. He's a draft stash on practice squad and check in later. 11 starts at left tackle, 2 at right tackle. Giants need maybe another backup tackle. This is someone that I think could definitely maybe be a really good player down the road. Very athletic. This last pick I thought was a steal. And Jonah Tavai is, I believe, how you say his name. He's small, no doubt about it. They got him at the combine and at his pro day at less than 6 foot and 290 pounds. But damn, is he a good football player. Very short arms, small, but 10.5 sacks last year. And I think the year before that, he had double-digit sacks as well. This is just one of those fun picks that one day, maybe he comes in and makes a big play for the New York Giants. I think with Wink Martindale as a defensive coordinator, he will find a way to get him on the football field. Jonah Tavai, I hope he's a New York Giant. 6 foot, 290 pounds. That might be being a little generous, but 10.5 sacks, almost 20, over 20 sacks in the last 2 seasons. I'd be pumped if he was a Giant. We'll go through all 10 picks again real quick, and then I'll ask you to grade my draft. So I went with Zay Flowers. The top receivers were not on the board. I decided between Flowers and Forbes. I went with the receiver. Then the top 2 centers were off the board. So I went with Luke Weipler at pick 57. I really love Corey Trice. Long, lanky, strong, fast corner out of Purdue, 6'3" at pick 89. Then I went with KJ Henry, an edge rusher out of Clemson in round 4. Then I went with Deuce Vaughn, the young, the fun, short, electric running back. I'd love for him to be a New York Giant. He is a lot of fun. Plays with a heart, biggest heart in this draft. Then went Gerard Clark, the interior defensive lineman out of Coastal Carolina. I think he's better than being a 5th-round player, but the injuries back in 2020 scare you a little bit. He'd be a really good value pick. I like Jason Taylor out of Oklahoma State, the safety. Then Grant DeBose, the tall, lanky, 6'3" wide receiver out of Charlotte. Then Jake Witt, the project tackle. And then Jonah Tavai, the interior defensive lineman out of San Diego State. When I did this draft, I realized, and it really set in, the Giants have a lot of day 3 picks. I didn't do any trades, so I would not be shocked if the Giants trade up with some of those 2nd and 3rd and 4th round picks if they use some of those day 3 picks. But I didn't want to do that today. But I want to ask this question. Grade my mock draft. My mom already told me it was an A, so none of you guys are going to be able to hurt my feelings. So be honest with me in the comment section. Yell at me down there. It's not a mock draft until they give you an F. So somebody at least give me an F in the comment section, but grade my mock draft. I would give this, I'd give it a B to a B+. I'd give it a B to a B+. I thought the board kind of shaked out bad for the Giants, but if you could say Flowers, that's a damn good pick. That's a damn good pick. I emphasize need and trench work for the Giants. I would have liked to get another interior offensive lineman, but I didn't really like any of the ones. That's why I went with Witt, the tackle. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Draft 2 days away. We'll be live for round 1 for a little bit. We'll be live for round 2 for a little bit. We'll be live for round 3 for a little bit. So subscribe, turn your notifications on, and let's go Big Blues. Let's go Big Blue. See you later. Rolly, what do you grade that mock draft?
If my mic was having issues there for a second, I would give it a B+. Is that what you gave it?
I'd give it anywhere from a B+ to a B.
I heard you saying B. I think I love the Zay Flowers pick at 25.
Love Zay Flowers, man.
That is why I think it's a higher up draft. Marsh mentions how much he loves Corey Trice. Corey Trice is like my favorite not first-round player in this draft. I think Corey Trice is going to be an absolute stud at corner in the NFL. So I think that was a big hit. The only reason why I wouldn't say it's in the A territory, and I get the Giants' biggest need is center, but I'm just not sold on Weipler in the 2nd round. I think there's a lot of talent in the 2nd round, and I know you need to fill a position of need, but I'd almost rather just take best player available rather than like draft for need in the 2nd round, because the 2nd round is very loaded this year. I think it's a deep draft. I think you can maybe find like a Juice Scruggs maybe in the 4th round.
You need a starter, though. Can Juice Scruggs be a day 1 starter?
I think he could be a starter as much as Luke Weipler can be.
Okay.
I mean, this is maybe a personal hot take, but I think Scruggs and Weipler, there isn't that big of a difference to where you'd be feeling mad if you left the draft without getting Weipler. That's just me. I like Deuce Vaughn. He's fun. There's other running backs that I like. I know we were talking about the Eastern Carolina running back, Keaton Mitchell. He was on the board when you drafted Deuce Vaughn. I'm a big fan of Mitchell, speedy guy. He can also be a great pass catcher outside of the backfield. And outside of that, I mean, when we showed the 2nd list 5 of players, those are all dart throws, man.
Yeah,
5th rounders.
You get in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round, you're just trying to hit some on one of those guys.
Right.
If one of those guys is a starter 5 years from now, it's a hell of a draft. Mm-hmm. That's what you're looking for, 5th, 6th, and 7th. I was looking for talent and potential there.
Yeah. I like the Jake Witt pick. Fun story. See if you stash him for a couple of years. See if anything develops out of it, but can't expect much. I do actually like Jason Taylor. I think he could be a solid rotational safety and maybe
at least
develop
a special
into something
teamer right
else.
away.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that is the son of Jason Taylor.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
I believe so. I'll double check on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the son of Dolphins legend Jason Taylor. So he knows what it takes to be in the NFL. He's been coached up for it his entire life. So
And
I wouldn't be surprised.
His aunt's a baddie.
Is that true?
Joy Taylor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I forget. Yes, I
Joy
forget
Taylor and Jason are
forget their
siblings.
siblings. I forget their
Crim's dad says Lawrence Taylor's son.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either. If it was, I would have picked him number 25.
The reason why it's Jason Taylor the second is because you have to have the same exact name as the person you were the son of.
Crims is an A-plus troller.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, man.
Oh, Crimmy, can't you see?
So Bill is saying Weipler is a drop in and plug play. I think Weipler will come in and start day one. That's what you need. That's the only position you need a starter out of the draft. I would have liked Tippmann. I would have liked John Michael Schmitz. But there's a lot of guys in that Chat Sports Studios, don't tell anyone, that cheat in these mock drafts. I didn't cheat.
They do cheat.
I can't cheat, you guys. I wouldn't cheat. I stayed true, and I didn't lie about any of those picks. Those are what the mock draft found.
Some of them, well, if they get sniped and a guy they really wanted got picked like 4 or 5 picks before him, they'll just say they got him. That's not real.
I'm not cheating, you guys.
When I script mock drafts for other channels at Chat Sports, I never cheat.
You can't cheat.
Because it feels fake.
Yeah. Like, sure, I could have put John Michael Schmitz at 57. He wasn't there. I could have took Jordan Addison at 25. He wasn't there. I wouldn't cheat you guys. I never cheat, Corinne. I don't quit. I don't cheat. I don't got any of that in my blood.
I will update you guys on our Super Chat battle. This is where we stand after we've been live for an hour and 37 minutes. They've been live for an hour and 7 minutes. But we do hold a $260 lead. We're in a good spot right now. Marsh. Job's not finished. I would say this is like we're up 3-1 right now. We're like the Knicks, but you can't let your foot off the gas because people have come back from worse. All it takes is one super chat for them. As we did just get a $2 super chat from Gilly. Would you trade up in round 2 for JMS?
I think the first question you got to ask yourself is, what is it going to cost? How far are you going to have to trade up? Let's say you get to pick 40, right? And could we be in a world, Worley, where Tippmann, JMS, and Weipler are all still available at 40? I think you are. There's a chance. To be honest, I would say no because I'm okay with getting one of those 3 at 57.
I mean,
I don't think there's that much difference between them.
It would be hard for me to believe that all 3 of Tippmann, Weipler, and JMS will be gone by 57.
Exactly.
And if they happen to all be gone, listen, there's some centers late in this draft I don't hate. I mentioned Juice Scruggs, Ricky Stromberg, the center out of Arkansas. You can get maybe in the 4th round, maybe 3rd round. I don't know how high he climbs. There's a couple centers mid-round, 3rd, 4th, 5th rounders that I believe you can find day one starter like talent there. So it is tough.
For me, it's just like, I don't view John Michael Schmitz or Tippmann that much above Weipler where I feel like I have to give future assets and other draft capital to move up.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd rather keep those. Like I'll put it like this, Gilly. If I have John Michael Schmitz as number 1, I'll give him an A prospect. I got Tippmann as a B+ or an A-. And I got Weipler at a B+. So I have Tippmann at an A or Schmitz at an A, Tippmann at an A-, Weipler as a B+. Do I want to give up my 4th round pick to get an A overall center compared to a B+? No.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it. But, Gilly, I will say this. Let's say John Michael Schmitz and Tippmann are gone at pick 42. You might then have to trade up for Weipler, just so you get one of those top 3 centers. Draft is such a gambling man's game. It's going to be interesting. I think center in round 2 is the pick, though. I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. All righty.
No, we do not, Gilly.
We do not have a Discord. Everyone
be
always
something-
asks that. What does that mean?
So, do you know what Discord is?
I know I had that for like a class back in college. Like
Okay.
a Discord group
So
chat,
it
right?
is. I don't know how I want to explain this.
It was just something where it was a whole bunch of group chats.
So I would kind of say it's like that. Do you know what Reddit is?
Yeah.
It is like that in a sense of where you can join a Discord server to where it's just a bunch of people under one common theme, and it's like basically a massive chat room. I think Corinne kind of described it.
So it's like
pretty
GroupMe.
Yeah, like where we can make a New York Giants Now Discord, send out the link to all of our subscribers, all of them join, and it is just a constant chat rather than like when you go to YouTube, it's just either in the live chat or the chat on one
comments,
video.
yeah.
It could be a never-ending conversation where anyone could just bring up like, hey, did you see Daniel Jones went fishing this weekend? And then people like talk about that. And then during the season, you can talk about injuries, stuff like that. It's just another way to create a family, I would say.
Okay.
Like a lot of people also use it. You can go on voice calls on Discord. I know it's very common in the gaming industry to where you get a Discord server. That's how they talk when they play. Yeah, Tony just said on COD, like, yeah, you can do open voice chat along with text. It's interesting.
Maybe we'll look into it.
It is. I would say Sinister Tom's kind of nailed it. He said more for us gamers. I would say when you think Discord, I think more of it's for gaming, but I've seen it be used in a variety of ways.
Oh, wow. Video chats. I've never wanted to do anything more in my life than video chat with Crim's dad, so maybe we got to do a Discord.
Crim's dad is a, don't you like run something with gaming?
His son is a professional streamer.
Okay, I knew
or
it was
gamer.
something like
I don't know what the terminology they use. I think he's retired though.
Oh, really?
Crim's dad. Well, he said shh. Well, that was maybe us video chatting. Retired. Is that correct, Crim's? I want to say he retired and is now in
Yeah,
college.
he said he retired.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Also, Crim's dad, funny enough, still has as his profile picture the T from.
On me, it's for C. It's a C.
Really, it still shows for me the Knicks
For me, it's a
stereo.
C.
So Crim's dad has gotten.
Wow, we could all video chat on game day.
That would be certainly something you could do. Like, it's just another way. Like, you could video chat. It's not. It would just be for extra. You can't do like
Gotcha.
get anything out of it.
Gotcha. Oh man. Alrighty, we still got a mailbag to do. Still got a mailbag to do. We're gonna see where the Cowboys super chat number is at real quick. So give us a second. Give us a second. I am so upset I didn't put Bobby Okereke in the Giants' frickin' off-season's editions. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm so disappointed in myself. V disappointed. Dumb Marshy. Dumb Marshy. I can't, Sinister. I let you guys down. I let you down. I feel bad. I feel bad. I let you down. That's just how I feel. I feel like I owe it to you guys to get it right. No, we can't edit it out because we already put the video out. Alrighty. We're about to get into a mailbag. If you want to be featured on the show, you guys are funny. I love you guys. I love you. We're going to do a mailbag. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat. If you want to be featured on our mailbag, got to use hashtag Giants or Super Chat. There's some Super Chats that we will go through in the mailbag. So we'll do those. But if you want to be featured on the show, just comment in the comments section. Corinne, carrot cake is not a dessert. It's just not.
Oh, carrot cake.
Carrot cake
That's
is
funny.
pretty much salad.
Is it?
If the main ingredient is a vegetable, it's a salad.
I have never had carrot cake in my life.
It's good. I like it.
Actually, that's not true. I think I've had a bite, wasn't a fan, and I've never had it since.
Hashtag Giants or Super Chat to get on today's mailbag. Cha says, I just bought a carrot cat today. It's Marshy's favorite. I like carrot cake. It should just not be called carrot cake because it's... I'll put it this way. Would broccoli cake be a thing? No. No.
That would be nasty.
No. Mama do. MK getting a question is. We appreciate that. John says they forgive us. I just feel bad. I don't like messing up. I do not like messing up. And I do not like doing that. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat to get on today's show. That's fair, Gilly. That's fair. That's fair. We're trying to get an update on the Cowboys Super Chat total. They just won't send it to us. I think they're losing that bad. I
can flash it again in a second here. I'm just doing some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Are you? You want me to go find out?
No, I got it. Unless they just are really that scared. The last time they sent...
Here, I'll just go check out their live stream real quick. Give me 1 second.
This is where we stood the last time I was checked in.
They are currently at 653.
So they lied to me. They just haven't been telling me the numbers. They haven't been updated.
They're in a cut right now.
They're trying to sneak attack us.
We also have more likes than they do because we're their daddies.
We are their daddies. What are they at, did you say?
161 likes. What a bunch of frauds.
No, I meant Super Chat wise.
653. 653.
All right. So we hold a 190. No. My math is horrible.
I love this. Keep going. Keep going.
180. Let me think.
Keep going.
I'm trying.
Come on. Keep
188.
trying.
188 lead. We hold a 188 lead.
Are you sure?
I'm confident about that.
Very confident?
753, 47.
188. You are correct.
Nailed it.
188.
It took a long time, but we got there. Crimsdad says the math ain't mathin'. It took me a while, but the math is mathin'.
As H. Hosner comes in with their first ever Super Chat. Woo! You will never forget your first time. The first time you slid in.
It just feels so good.
It's so wet in here.
Whoa!
S. Hosner, your first ever Super Chat. What does it feel like? What does it feel like? Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Oh my God. This is for you. Here, S. Hosner, can you, the comment you just made, the comment you just put in the chat, can you copy that and put it in the chat again? But can you include hashtag Giants in your comment? That way Rolly can put it up on screen. Because I want to answer that. Just copy and paste that comment again and use hashtag Giants in the comment section with it. That way we can put it up on screen and we'll answer that during the mailbag. It says it feels awesome. That's what I've heard.
It does feel good. First time you'll never forget.
I'm going to do this for the people at home, Rolly. We're at 844 in super chats. If we get to 1,000, I'm doing a Happy Dad boot.
Oh,
Happy Dad boot if we get to 1,000.
wow. Well, Gilly
Gilly with a $2 super chat says, LFG Hosner. F the Clown Boys. F the Clown Boys. F Downey. F Downey. F Downey. Let's go.
You back.
As Rob Jigga
Rob
is in the chat.
Jigga.
He said, what up, what up, what up? What up, Brody? Hope I didn't miss much. You pretty much missed the whole show. But it's okay. All righty. We're at 846. If we get to 1,000, I'm doing a boot. That's 3 Happy Dads, 1 boot, and then we chug. Wicks. Is his first name? Oh, is that the guy we already talked about? I like that. What round is he being mocked? Devontae Wicks, right?
Bill with a $5 super chat. Mark's taking boot. We can make this happen, people. You
Bill!
Absolutely can. And Sinister Times will help with that. A $20 super chat. My first super chat I used made instead of mad.
He did.
Huge difference in what I was trying to say. Mistakes can be hilarious. This round on me. And with that round, we do owe Sinister Times a wheel spin.
I'm taking a shot for the real ones. You guys are awesome. Bill, you sent in 2 5s. 5 plus 5, I think, is 10. So I'm going to take a shot of Fireball.
5 plus 5 is 10. The math is mathin'. That was our last spin. What will we get on this spin?
Woo!
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh my God, I just did one.
And we both have to take a shot.
All right, I guess I'm going to do it.
All right, here's my shot.
I got one more in me.
Oh, Corinne with a $20 super chat going for the Daboll F Dallas. We'll just spin it here before showing your super chat. Oh, man. Oh,
I owed a
man.
shot, so here's the shot.
And we're taking another one.
Oh, here's another.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes the way you hypnotize me.
Let me get some water in. William Lano says, how far are we from 1,000? We're at 891.
Yeah, 109. 108.22.
We're 109 away. Lano, you scare me. You scare me,
I think
Lano.
Lano's gonna do it, man. He likes being the guy that pushes it across, which I respect.
I owe one more shot. Here we go.
Oh man. Oh. Here is
Mr. Rick,
Corinne's
I'll just answer your question.
$20 super chat
What time do you think you will go live?
for.
So what I have heard from the bosses from our meeting this morning is maybe midway through the draft is what I am hearing. Maybe pick 15. That was if we won the whatever you want to call this. But I'd say pick 15, pick 16.
Good number. Start with 15. Start with the Jets.
10 picks.
And then you get the Commanders pick, and then you'll be ready for that. But you'll get to see who the Commanders pick. Obviously, one of our NFC East rivals. So
I know we're going to be live for a good chunk of day 2.
yeah,
We'll be live for a good chunk of day 2.
definitely day 3 too.
And I think we could be live for day 3 because the Giants have so many picks in day 3.
Well, 3 round 7 picks. I mean,
last 3 rounds, you have 7 picks.
wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
day 3 picks.
double 5 picks, right? Double 5th round picks. Yeah, 2 5ths. Wait a minute. Hold on here. 1.
You have 2
2
fifths, a 6th, and
3
3
sevens.
sevens. So that's 6.
And no 4th, including a 4th.
You have a 4th.
Wow.
Wait, is 4 day 3 or day 2?
Yeah, it goes 1 day
and then
1.
2 and 3.
2 and 3 day 2.
Okay, so you have
4
1,
through
2,
7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might be live for damn near all day 3. Nothing set in stone. We have so many people to juggle and so many channels. So King Blue says, Giants Chat Sports, can you answer my last question? What was it? Do you think if the top 2 receivers are not available, I think we should get Devin Witherspoon or Christian Gonzalez? Well, those 2 guys will not be there at pick 25, my man. If not, Quentin Johnson or Zay Flowers. Give me Zay Flowers over Quentin Johnson.
Oh,
Zay Flowers over Quentin Johnson.
Johnson's going to bust.
What do you mean by that?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Steven Arce is in the chat. He says, if a trade down or trade up happens, all those picks can change? Yes, they can.
Come on, man.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Has anyone seen Melissa today? I wonder how her knee is doing. I hope her knee is doing all right. I know she tore her ACL like 3 weeks ago. Mr. Rick, have you heard from Melissa? I know you guys are really good friends, so
what
let me
was
know.
her, holy shit.
What happened?
The Houston Rockets are hiring Ime Udoka as their next coach.
Wow.
NBA news, but we are, wow, what a fucking news day around the world on a Monday.
DeJounte Murray suspended.
That doesn't surprise me.
He yelled at that ref.
He bumped into him on purpose, too.
Corinne, her surgery was today? I
No
hope she's
way.
okay. I hope she's okay. All right. We're $109 away from $1,000 in Super Chats. If we get there, I'm going to end the show with a boot. We did!
Just get a first time Super Chat from Bill Berg.
Bill, you will never forget the first time you slid
just
in on
feels
the
so
Super
good.
Chat. Feels so good. Saw this possible trade. Cornerback Aaron Robinson in our 3rd round pick this year for D-Hop. Let's start the mailbag with this question.
Okay.
Let's start the mailbag with this question. Bill, we'll answer that in a second. That puts us $105 short of a boot. We'll do that if we get there. A boot is, I'm going to do 3 happy dads in a boot. I'm going to chug, and then we're going to sign off because that's going to be bad. As Bill sends in a $2 Super Chat and says, good vibes for Melissa. We're thinking of you. Melissa, we're thinking of you. Hope you do better. That's not what I meant to say. I hope you feel better, not do better. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
I hope you feel better. I hope your knee comes back 100%. That's terrible. You never want to see someone tear their ACL. Poor Melissa. I feel bad. Chaucer just got back from Trenton General Hospital. Wasn't there. Maybe it's a different hospital in Trenton. Maybe it's a different one. I think Krimstad has her number, so maybe he can get in contact with her.
Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know.
Why would Crims do that?
Crims, if you can get in contact with Melissa, let me know.
Crims, I'd be concerned if you do have her number because, to my best of knowledge, she's a high schooler.
All righty, let's get in the mailbag. Oh, man. Let me get some water real quick. All right, you ready? All righty, here we go. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. The draft is right around the corner. So in today's show, I wanted to answer some questions from subscribers here on the channel. This is a mailbag that we'll get to. We're talking draft. We're talking draft day trades. So make sure you guys are subscribed. We're going to be going live for all 3 days of the NFL draft. Hit that sub button, sub for Giants Dubs. as Bill Berg comes in with a $5 super chat. Bill Berg, appreciate you. We already have one Bill. You're BB, B squared. Bill Berg, what's up, man? Said, saw this possible trade. Cornerback Aaron Robinson and our third-round pick this year for DeAndre Hopkins. What do you think, Martian Roley? Let's go Big Blue. I think it's a little much. I think it's a little bit much for DeAndre Hopkins. If there were teams offering third-round picks for DeAndre Hopkins, he wouldn't be a Arizona Cardinal anymore. So giving up a third plus Aaron Robinson for me is a little bit much. Aaron Robinson was a third-round pick 2 drafts ago. I would trade our third-round pick for Hopkins. I know a lot of people won't. We're worried about the money. We're worried about all that. But I would do it. I would do it. But for Robinson and a third, I probably wouldn't do it. I'll ask you guys in the chat. Would you do this trade? Third-round pick and Aaron Robinson for Hopkins. Type D for trade. Type P for pass. Bill, thank you. And I love the question. 4C Wavy. I just graduated from UVA, and Dontavian Wicks is a super sleeper wide receiver. He had some of the best highlight catches in college football last year. And you're right, he's a damn good player. 6'1", 206 pounds. What's crazy is he didn't really produce this past year for Virginia. When you look at the stats, he had 20 yards per catch in his sophomore campaign. But what's wild is he only ran a 4.6 40. So you're like, how is he such a big play player, but it didn't translate to the 40 speed, which doesn't always, mean that. But in 2021, he had 57 grabs for 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns, 21 yards per catch. I wouldn't mind taking him, though, in round 5 or round 6. Before that, I think it would be a little bit of a reach for me. He's obviously got skills, 6'1", 210 pounds. I wouldn't be mad if Wicks was a New York Giant in round 5 or round 6. 4C, salute, Brody. Thanks for the love. Neezy, what up, Brody? Saquon Barkley trade draft night seeming more and more likely as the draft gets closer and closer. How are we feeling on that? When you go back and you listen to Joe Shane's press conference last week when speaking to the media, he didn't seem too happy with Saquon Barkley. He was stern in what he said. I'm not going to be shocked if they trade him. I hope they don't. But if someone offers you a first, you got to do it. Someone offers you a second, you probably got to do it. Man, I want the Giants' Saquon to come to a long-term deal. But paying a running back a second contract is always scary. It's always scary. I don't want to trade Saquon. I don't. But if we can't come to an agreement long-term, and you can get a first or a second, which honestly I don't think you can, you got to do it. You got to do it. I hope we don't get traded. I don't think he will. I think Saquon Barkley's a Giant this year. I really, really do. I want to ask you guys this question, though, since we're talking about next year and Saquon Barkley. 8.5 wins for the Giants. This is the CBS win total for the Giants. They put it out for every single team. They had the Giants at 8.5 wins for this year. Over, under. Sound off for me down in the comment section. William Lano. Are there any $20 super chat? Thank you, sir. Are there any rumors or talks about specific players the Giants really like in this draft? Someone we possibly be targeting round 1. I think they're looking at receivers. We've heard the Jackson Smith and Jigba rumors. We've heard the Jordan Addison rumors. We've heard the Zay Flowers rumors. I don't think they're in on Quentin Johnston, but I'm not going to be shocked if they take him. I think they really want to go with a receiver in round 1. One of those 3 guys. I believe if Addison or Flowers is on the clock at 25, that's the pick. That's the pick I think that they're going to make. So we'll see. We'll see. I think receiver is what they want to go. I think ideally the Giants would want to go receiver, corner, and center with the first 3 picks. We'll find out. We're a couple days away from the draft, and I can't wait for it to be here, so we have to stop guessing about what they're going to do. We'll answer more questions in a second from all the real ones. But first, I want to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor of today's show, and that is Fume. Go to tryfume.com/chatsports and use the code chatsports for 10% off the Journey Pack today. Are you tired of struggling with bad habits? Cold turkey might be great for sandwiches, but there's a better way to break free from those pesky habits, and it doesn't involve weird mind voodoo or other bizarre tactics. Introducing our sponsor, Fume, an innovative award-nominated device that helps you kick bad habits to the curb by focusing on the good parts. Scan the QR code on screen to learn more about Fume, which is all about embracing the natural. It's not electronic, and instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Best of all, it's free of harmful chemicals and packed with delicious all-natural flavors. The adjustable airflow dial and movable parts and magnets make it perfect for fidgeting, which can help alleviate stress and anxiety while you break your habit. Start your journey towards a healthier lifestyle with the Journey Pack from Fume. Visit tryfume.com/chatsports and use code chatsports for 10% off when you purchase the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com/chatsports, and don't forget to use the code chatsports for 10% off your order. Link is down in the comments and description, or scan the QR code on screen to unlock this offer. Gilly, what up, Gilly? Thanks for the super chat. Ryan Dunleavy, yes, mentioned a trade. Who do you think it could be? So he did a trade. He put out a tweet last week and said he's been hearing the Giants could trade one of their late day 3 picks or early day 2 picks for a player. And at the time, he mentioned a corner or a defensive tackle. And I don't think they're going to trade for a tackle, defensive tackle, that is, anymore, since they already went out and signed Ashawn Robinson. I don't think the Giants are going to make another trade. Could be wrong. You come back to this video in a week and a half after they make a trade, and I could look stupid. But I don't think they're going to trade for another player. At the time, I did think they could make a trade, but honestly, not anymore. Not anymore. Maybe they trade for a veteran corner. Wouldn't shock me, but I don't think they make a trade anymore. Corinne with a $20 super chat. Will the Giants extend Adoree Jackson? Extend before the season? Probably not. Maybe they do to try to lower that cap hit, but I think they do want to re-sign him. The Giants need to continue to keep good football players on this roster, and that is what Adoree Jackson is. He's the best corner on this team, and when he was on the field and when he was off the field, there was a huge difference between the Giants' defense and the way that they played football. I think Adoree Jackson is a top 15, top 20 corner in the National Football League, and he fits perfectly with what Wink Martindale wants to do. An underrated part of Adoree Jackson's game is how good of a tackler he is. Yeah, I want him around. I want Adoree Jackson around. We got a decision to make, though, Corinne. He'll be a free agent after this year, so it's going to be interesting, no doubt about it. Before we get to more questions, I got to let you guys know, not only will we be live on our Giants Now channel, but we're going to be live on the mothership, Chat Sports, our channel with almost 400,000 subscribers. We're going to be live all day, every day, for the first 3 days of the NFL draft. Not the first 3 days, the only 3 days. There's only 3 days in the draft. We'll be live for all of it. Every single pick. We'll have the picks before NFL Network and ESPN and what other channel is going to broadcast the draft. We're going to break down every pick. We're not going to do those weird stories about these kids. We're going to tell you about football players. And we're going to tell you about how they're going to affect teams and do all that. Watch the draft over on Chat Sports, youtube.com/chatsportstv. TT, what up, Tyler? If both were available, who would you rather have, Jackson Smith-Njigba or Joey Porter Jr.? I'd be happy with either of those guys, no doubt about it. Joey Porter Jr. is my third corner in this draft. Jackson Smith-Njigba is my first wide receiver. So I would want Jackson Smith-Njigba. I think he's a can't-miss prospect. He's Cooper Kupp light to me. That's my NFL comp for Jackson Smith-Njigba. Cooper Kupp, if we can get a guy like that on this team, he'd be pretty freaking good. But I would love to get Joey Porter Jr. as well, no doubt about it. Anthony Raza, Marvin Mims, Sooners wide receiver, would move up to get him, Marsh. I think he could be on the board at pick 57 in round 2. Let's say you go corner, Deonte Banks out of Maryland in round 1. Marvin Mims, I think, could be on the board at 57. But then you got to decide, do you want to go receiver or center in round 2? I love Marvin Mims. Extremely fast, over 200 over 20 yards per catch this past year. I love him. A little bit of the drops, but I think he's going to be a good football player. Gilly says, would you trade up in round 2 for John Michael Schmitz? How far and what's the cost? That's what you got to answer. I like all 3 centers. I like Weipler. I like John Michael Schmitz, and I like Tippmann. I hope just one of them's there at 57 so we don't have to trade up. But maybe they do. Maybe they do. They got a whole bunch of picks at their disposal. Maybe they do. I wouldn't be mad, but I probably wouldn't if I was the GM, just because I think you could get one of those top 3 centers at pick 57. Just my take. Mike, do you think the Giants would be able to get rid of Saquon? Get rid is a strong word. I don't think Bijan's there at 25. I think Bijan's an Eagle at 10. And that's going to suck. When do the Falcons pick? Let's hope the Falcons pick him at 8. That way he's not an Eagle. I have one request in this draft. No Bijan to Philly. No Bijan to the Cowboys. That's all I want. That's all I want. Nah. Look, he's not going to be there at 25. Look, Giants could trade Saquon. I don't think they will, but I'm not going to be shocked if they do. There will be initial shock, but when you think about it, they can't get a long-term deal done. He wants a long-term contract. Giants offered him a couple, and he said no, and now the running back market has depleted. So it's going to be interesting, Mike. It's going to be interesting. Closing out the show with this. Let's close out the show with this. Grade the Giants offseason so far. Before we get to the NFL draft, I want to hear from you. What's your grade for the offseason so far? A, B, C, D, or F? I'd give him a B+ so far. I think the Giants have had a great offseason. Bobby Okereke, huge signing. Thought I'd get that one right on this one, but grade it for me down in the comment section. And remember, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're not only getting closer and closer to 30,000 subs, we're going to be live for the NFL draft. It's going to be a party. And I want you, talking to you to be there. So subscribe, turn your notifications on. Let's go, Big Blue. Woo! We got some bad news. We got some bad news, Giants fans. We got some bad news. He's doing a great job, Bill. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Steven says Brian Branch or Deonte Banks. Give me, it matters what you want. Banks is an outside press corner. Would love that. Branch is a slot. Give me Branch. Give me Branch. Give me Branch. I'm going Branch, Steven. I'm going Branch. So I do have some bad news to report. Cowboys report got a $200 and then like a $100 super chat. And they took the lead. That's upsetting. We got to beat them. We have to beat them. Gosh dang it. Cowboys freaking took the lead. I've heard that too many times in my life. We're right there. I'm going to ask them a question. Hold on. Crimstad, I would help, but Melissa doesn't have... Okay, I'm not going to say that out loud. Mr. Duck says cowboy. Quack. That's all I'll say to that. Quack, quack, quack. We're losing, Brett. We're losing. We're right there. It is a series. We won game 1. I don't want to lose, though. I want to sweep them. We're right there. I said if we got to 1,000, I would do a beer boot, a.k.a. a White Claw boot. Or not White Claw, Happy Dad. No, because we got to win this race so we can be live during the draft. Sinister says, when does their show end? Well, their producer has to leave at 6:30 Eastern time. So I'm in conversations right now. I think we're going to set a hard cutoff at 5:15, a.k.a. 6:15 if you're on the East Coast. But it's not set yet. It's not set yet. They're going to let me know when they're done with their last cut that they're doing. They're in their last cut. Rolly, I'm in shambles. I don't know why I said White Claw. I meant Happy Dad. Happy Dad boot. That's what I'm going to do.
This is not good, guys.
I think the motivation has left the stream, to be honest, and that's upsetting.
I think so. I think we got comfortable.
We did get comfortable.
Entering that last cut, we thought we were up the 188. We felt fine.
We
felt
felt
good.
fine.
We did the mailbag. And then next thing you know, we're down by 70. And listen, I know it's hard to ask for more because you guys have been outstanding today. But it is going to be unfortunate come Thursday night when we're going live on Giants Now at pick 21 rather than pick 15.
That's true. That is true, unfortunately. Tom just suggested first to 1,000 wins. Do we have someone out there that would send 100? If someone says yes, I will say yes, and then we will win. We could cheat the system right here.
Come on. That'd be sick.
I'm going to tell him deal, but I need to know someone has our back. If I tell him deal and we lose, it's going to be really bad.
Tell him deal after we already got the $100 super
I
chat.
will press enter once the $100 super chat comes in. How about that? How about that? Sinister says I'll do 25. That's fair. 4 people do 25. We're there.
Divide and conquer, baby.
Divide and conquer. I literally have deal typed out in my message right now. I will press enter if we agree we can do it. If not, I guess we're just going to have to suffer defeat. And that's okay.
No,
you don't win every day. You're right. It's not okay.
Not
I tried
okay.
to soften the blow. It's not.
It's not okay. We can't lose.
Deal. $100 super chat. Bang! Fill the boot. Fill the boot.
I love from us our pettiness.
You want to get me a Happy Dad boot?
I love our pettiness to where we were offered
Trace.
a deal. We were offered a deal by Tom Downey, the host of our Cowboys report, and we said first to a sack, and we said deal
Trace.
as
Just
Cha comes
one.
in. Deal as the Cha came in, and then we sent in 1K immediately after. So I was like, oh, we got 1K. Oh, Mr. Rick.
Mr. Rick, the message is my favorite part.
Oh.
The real ones know.
Oh, man.
But deal.
Well, let's not forget, along with Shaw, we could come back to Mr. Rick. But
Mr.
Bill
with the $25 super chat. Bang! Says, let's go, Sinister. We got this. Does he know that I totally schemed that? Because I definitely did. I literally said, I'll tell him I'll accept the deal if y'all have my back. And right when it came in, I pressed it.
You knew exactly what I put it on, like, maybe you didn't see the
Tom Downey is pissed. And that's what we want.
We won.
Tom Downey is pissed.
We did it.
Oh, my gosh.
Sinister did send in this 22.
A Happy Dad boot.
Oof. Looks fizzy.
Very fizzy. That's what happened. Bill, I think Bill started drinking Happy Dads for us. But I don't think Bill actually likes them.
You don't like Happy Dads, Bill?
I think he said they're too carbonated.
I feel like they're the least
They're
carbonated.
less carbonated than seltzers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. So Bill called on Sinister Times, and he delivered.
Yeah.
I love the teamwork.
You guys,
I love the teamwork.
This is why Giants
He said,
fans are the best.
They are. He said, NYG, stand up. And then he
true,
comes
Rob?
back again with another $5 super chats. And he said, we said 25. You rock, Bill. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Sinister Times. Mr. Rick.
Is that true, Rob?
What?
He says Happy Dads are not available in New York.
I don't know. That's a shadow ban.
I should have checked.
That's a shadow ban.
When I was back there last week.
Mr. Rick, I wish I could give you a big old hug. I wish I could give you a big old hug. Oh, my gosh.
I can't believe we schemed up Tom.
We
that bad.
schemed
We
Tom
schemed
so
Tom up
bad.
so bad.
He is so mad. They have not responded. They have not responded. You've never seen them? This is what they look like. This is what they look like. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say besides that.
Yeah. All I know is that Marsh has got a boot to take down.
I do.
And then to close out the show. So he'll take out the boot, and then we'll sign off. We won the race to 1,000 thanks to a nice scheme set up. So that's always good.
I'm kind of nervous. Kind of nervous. Crim's dad said happy dads don't exist. Yep.
You're right.
They're our own stuff. We make them up.
They're Chat Sports brand. Just kidding. They are not.
They're not. I think we get sued for that. They are not. Not a sponsor, and we do not own them.
That's why I said it was a joke.
He said White Claws and Topo Chico everywhere, but that time I bought them last month was the first time ever. I wouldn't say they're new, but they're becoming more popular.
They're definitely not new. They've been out for, I think, at least 2 years.
That's still new. All right. I guess I got to take this down, huh?
Yeah.
All righty. How about this? If you're ready for the draft, type me in the comments. Rolly.
I'll give some shout outs.
We'll give some shout outs
Wow,
as
Marsh
I do
gets
this beer.
chugging.
I guess happy dad boot.
You hyped for the draft, type me in the chat.
Here we
as
go.
Marsh is about to get going. We got Cash, Chris Brown, Abel Rangel, Sean, Bill, Cal, Rob, Devon, John, Crimsdad, Lou, Cha, Corinne, 18, Sinister, Rob again, Mamadou Conte. Rob says Marshall is less than Rolly and Abby. So a little diss on Marshall from Rob Jigga. Rosembre Nolasco, hopefully I said that right, says me. This is good time. I mean, this might be the fastest boot I've ever witnessed Marsh do. He is taking this piece, and he finishes it. That was elite time. That was elite time, Marsh.
Oh, my stomach hurts. Holy shit.
Oh, he meant shout out, no diss to Marsh. Okay, Rob.
The Cowboys report is saying they won.
Some debauchery is going down by salty Cowboys fans.
Oh, I need that.
Ooh, I needed that.
Sorry.
Let's see. Said we got you proposed a deal. Jeremy says they're so salty.
So they proposed the deal, and we won, and now they're saying they won?
So salty. So salty.
Losers. That's what Cowboys fans are. A bunch of freaking losers.
For real.
Last time they won, colored TV was new. Last time they were relevant, colored TV was brand new.
So salty.
I can't even stand up straight. My stomach hurts so much.
They're going to, like, sign off, too, and then just be like, well, we won, so we signed off. They don't know ball.
They literally said the first one to 1,000 wins, and we got to 1,000. Losers. Losers. I can't stand up, Rolly.
Ready? I'm going to own Chugs here.
Oh my gosh. They're literally claiming victory over there.
It's actually sad.
It's embarrassing for them. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassing.
Look at what I just said.
Good point. Tell them that.
I said, because Chugs is a Eagles fan claiming victory for a Cowboys channel. I said Chugs claiming victory is like saying James Bradbury didn't hold. Both don't exist.
Rob, look at Rob's message.
Rob says, hey, wait a minute. Where's that Bears fan clown guy that keeps showing up? He dipped. Wyatt dipped. He left it earlier.
Oh, shit. Ethan, suck it, Ethan. William Lotto with the $100 super chat to get us up to 1.1, and the Cowboys finished their stream at 1,053.
Suck it, Chugs.
I'm not good at math, but 1.1, I think, Rolly, is bigger than 1.05.
The math is math in here.
Lano! 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 Let's go! Let's hit him with this one. F Downey! F Downey! F Downey! Oh my God!
You know what we just hit him with? The Steph Curry. Night, night.
Night, night.
Night, night.
They're going to go to bed tonight watching those Super Bowl victories on VHS tape. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
It's over.
It's over. We can all go home, ladies and gentlemen. It's over.
It's over. Come here, Chugs.
over.
Come here. The
It's
producer's
over.
scared to come in.
I'm glad with the 1 hour lead. I'm glad with the 1 hour lead that y'all were able to keep the win.
Yeah, you also have 10 times our subscribers.
1 hour ahead. Good work, boys.
Look, I'll get him some Advil because that butt's going to be sore tomorrow because we just ran through it. Let's ride.
Whoa.
Let's ride.
Whoa.
All righty. Peter's in the chat. Peter's a Cowboys fan. Should we do it?
It was about 30 minutes, by the way. It's not 45 minutes.
F. Peter. F. Peter. F. Peter. F. Peter. Oh my gosh.
We're 2-0 against the Cowboys report. In the
Is that
offseason.
Rashard Lee hating on us? 2-0. 2-0 against the Cowboys report again.
Rashard Lee? Isn't he a Knicks fan?
He's a Chat Sports just supporter.
Oh, I thought he was a...
Peter, I know you're a Knicks fan, but if you're a Cowboys fan on this channel, it's F Peter. But on Nick's channel, it's We Love Peter. You know how we get down, Peter. You know how we get down, Peter. Oh, man. My stomach hurts so bad.
Oh,
I think it's time to
man.
sign off
I
because
think
I might
so
go
too.
throw up.
We
I might
can
go throw up.
confidently leave today
Peter.
with our heads held high with a victory. Chugs can go suck it. It's a win for
Clear-cut
Giants
victory.
now.
Clear-cut victory.
Yeah, there is no what if anymore.
Rolly.
Yes, William, we def won.
Yeah, William, we won. We freaking won. Not only did we beat them at the goal they set, we also beat them in total.
Yeah, they signed off thinking they won. That's just a rookie mistake.
Nixon 5, Peter. Peter, you know it's all love. But on this channel, if you're a Cowboys fan, you got to hold that L. You got to hold that L. Seriously.
Bill, Knicks don't play till Wednesday, but you can watch my Miami Heat take a 3-1 lead over the Bucks.
I'm going to go through everybody that sent a super chat in today. William Lano, Sinister Times, Bill, Cha, Bill Berg, Corinne, Gilly, S. Hausner, Wyatt, Zach Attack Baseball, Queenie, Daniel Kersey, Mr. Duck, Sam Lubna, Anthony Raza, Tyler, Crimsdad, Corinne, Lumbagus, Craig Clifford, Queenie again. I think I already said her name. F4C Wayne, Neezy. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. We love you guys. We will be live for the first round of the NFL draft. Let's go, Giants. See you later. Everyone have a good Monday night. I'm going to go to the restroom here and probably force myself to throw up. Love you guys. Let's go, Giants.